Kushlinga.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. What?
It's like whenever Arlo introduces himself in videos.
Can we not? Look. Here's the thing. I don't hate Arlo himself. I hate what he represents. Hi, everyone. We'll talk about this in a sec. We're Ships Worldwide.
Yes.
We're a podcast with opinions.
Sometimes.
I focus on stuff from Japan. He focuses on stuff from the West. That's what we do. I'm Tanner. He's Adrian. All right. Let me explain. Arlo is literally just a figurehead idol for all those stupid Nintendo fans.
But then you're also including him in it, though.
But I hate how he was such a nice person.
He's a nice guy.
After that happened, something must have changed. Because when people were saying he hasn't been like that for a while. Like, with all my criticisms of him. So, like, I guess he changed or something. I refuse to.
I put him on the background, but, like,
I've watched a couple of his videos when he first started off. And he just came across as the worst type of Nintendo fan. Which is the ones that are like, they say, I'm a Nintendo fan. And then you're like, oh, have you played Xenoblade? What, that anime garbage? Like, oh,
he doesn't do that.
Have you played...
It's just, he just says it's not for him and moves on.
But
that's kind of all he does.
But all of his... I also hate his thumbnails. I hate them.
The most stuff is like the Paper Mario stuff.
I think
which he's on your side.
Oh no, it was Pikmin stuff.
Okay, Pikmin stuff.
Right? And it's like...
But that's a meme at this point.
It is a meme, and that's what I was playing up with. And then people thought it was a real thumbnail because I actually made it in Photoshop.
And then someone, like, punched it in with other
ones, and he's like, I didn't even make that. And I'm like, oh, shoot, okay. I gotta delete the video and delete all that. And I said, I'm sorry, dude. And he said, hey, it's okay. No hard feelings. I'm like, oh, you're actually a nice person. Now I feel like an asshole.
You should re-upload that video in different context, though, because I did watch that video.
It does start with the very first words are STFU puppet nerd. So
okay, well, you might need to change that.
I might need to change that. Anyways.
We'll talk about that later.
Hi. We're back from vacation.
Yes.
And then a little bit of extra time. Originally, we were going to do a podcast like right away, but honestly, I needed some time to recharge.
Me too.
And just some time to like, time away, time to recharge. It happens. And also like we just other stuff was happening and so... but now we're back. And yeah.
I hope. Unless this is all simulation at this point.
Jeez. It's all in your head, man.
We fell from the zip lines and we're in like...
Okay, so we went ziplining on our vacation, and I was like, this is going to be fun, and I'm like, I hope Adrian finds this is fun too, and just like the whole time, anytime one of the zipline people were like, yeah, are you having fun? He's like, yeah, I guess it's fun, whatever.
I was in a bad mood that day.
You were.
I'm sorry.
Like, it was, and like, I'm terrified of heights, but I thought it was a lot of fun.
I don't know. I don't think it's for me. It's not that I'm afraid of heights. It's I'm afraid of falling.
I mean, that's what everyone who's afraid of heights is afraid of.
I don't know. It's just, again, it was probably in a bad mood.
I'm not afraid of heights. I'll be somewhere high and safe, and I'll be happy, like a plane.
Can you look down? Did you look down when you...
Yes.
You said you couldn't do that.
At first I couldn't, and then I said, you know what? YOLO. I'm on vacation. Yeet. So I was like, I looked down. I wish my GoPro recorded and didn't take pictures.
20,000 photos.
Well, it did give me a hilarious picture of where I was turning it off, which looks like I'm choking someone in first person. I need to find it.
You need to pull it up.
Oh, let me grab my phone. You talk about it.
You should do that, but like Photoshop other characters in front of it.
It's so good.
Just like make your own meme.
It's like... It's a totally accidental picture because my GoPro was just taking pictures every 2 seconds. And because of that, it's just like whatever it saw for that amount of time.
That's probably what the flashing was.
I bet you, yeah.
Picture.
I thought it just meant that it was on.
No.
Right here. It looks like me. It looks
you
like
need to put that on
first person. I posted that a couple times to the Discord already.
I didn't even see it.
No one commented on it ever.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's so funny. It looks like I'm choking you in first person. It's amazing.
But yeah, besides that, I went water skiing, kind of.
Kind of. It about went with my first time water skiing, which is you say I'm going to water ski, and you don't.
You're just in the water.
You just continually face plant into the water.
Oh, by the third time I was exhausted.
Oh, it's exhausting.
And the water was super cold.
Oh yeah, it's mountain water because we were up in the mountains, and that stuff comes right from the glaciers, so it's a wee bit chilly.
And then I fell in again.
Yeah, because we went tubing, and when we were tubing, we were being pulled by a boat.
It's like it's a 3-seater thing, and I was like on the left side, he was on the right
Yep.
side, and then your mom was like driving the boat, making the waves.
Yep.
And then we like turned completely around.
We turned
from the boat
180 degrees away from where we should have
And
been
I'm like-
facing, and there was slack on the rope.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I just looked at Adrian and I said, "Hold on, we're gonna whip forwards." And I literally, we whipped forwards, and I look over, and Adrian was gone. It was like a Wile E. Coyote sketch where like the thing moved and you stayed in place and then you fell. It was ridiculous. I held on somehow.
I don't know how. Well, probably because you were on like the side that was less whipped, right?
I guess, yeah.
So
It hurt my neck a bit though because that whip was a whip.
in my mind, I just imagine you like laying back down with your eyes closed as I'm like falling off.
Oh, well, that's the thing. It wasn't too bumpy for some parts of it, so I would just lay back, close my eyes, enjoy the ride, and then sometimes you'd hit those waves. So you're like, okay, sit up, eyes open, let's go. Okay, we're back to nothing. Slow down, we close eyes. Very nice.
You also went kayaking, or I did mostly.
Yeah, you did. I couldn't do it. I think it's
yes.
because I slept wrong that night because my legs were so sore from it.
Mine too. Like the inner thighs were really tough when I was in the front.
Yeah.
But like when it was just me, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
So, and then yeah, I kayaked like 20 minutes back too.
Yeah, because we were having issues and the storm was coming, so we're just
Just rain out of nowhere.
Just send you going, and we're like, we're gonna try and figure this stuff out here because we were able to pull you because you had a rudder, but the one that my mom was in didn't have a rudder, so we couldn't just pull her because if you did that, it would spin around and then she'd get pulled out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like we actually had to get her back up onto the boat and stuff.
As it started raining and
Yeah, well, it was rainy a couple days there, right? It was nice though.
the place we stayed though was really nice.
Well, after the first night.
Yeah.
See, we got there, and this is like, it's literally someone's like home/business. We're staying in a little basement suite, and we get there, and we go down, and he's, the guy's there, he's like, everything's good, and we're like, yep, sounds good, and he's like, all right, see you in the morning. Then we go and try and lock the door for the evening, and the lock doesn't work.
And I'm like, of course. We're
And-
like exhausted
Yeah,
at this point.
we're exhausted, and so we're just like, what do we do? We try everything. We push, we pull, we do everything. I text the guy. The guy's like, you just gotta pull it. And we're like, you're pushing, I'm pulling, full force, both of us. We cannot get that thing in.
Probably broke that door if we did it any harder.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. So then we're just like, all right, we're going to barricade the door with stuff.
Put the table against the door.
Table
then
against,
stack a bunch of
stack up
luggage.
stuff so that if it opens, everything will fall and make a big noise.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, that's probably about the third shadiest place I've ever stayed with that unlocked door, but there was worse.
You didn't even mention the taxidermied animals.
Oh yeah, I knew it's a taxidermy clinic too. When I
remember-
said home/business.
I remember the night we got there. Like I saw, like I passed by and I saw taxidermied animals in the thing. I don't even care at this point. I just want to go to sleep.
I didn't even notice. Like it just straight up, I did not see.
Because it was like pitch black.
And then,
down there.
yeah, then come the morning, I look out, by one of the windows where we walk out upon. It's like, oh, there's a big ass bear.
No, they were like fighting.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could do taxidermy of animals in their idle states, or you could do taxidermy of animals in a fighting pose. You could taxidermy a bear to dab. You could.
You could.
There's nothing stopping you.
We went to the city nearby too
Yep.
for the day. That was alright.
Mm-hmm.
Had like the best beer I've ever had.
That was good. Well, good beer and good ramen too, which
Yeah.
we thankfully got mixed up because
Yeah.
Adrian accidentally ordered spicy ramen and I ordered sweet ramen, and we got switched up. So he got the sweet and I got the spicy, which ended up working out better because I like spicy. You can't do spicy.
I could, but I prefer not spicy.
Oh, I prefer spicy. Give me that good spices.
What else did we do?
We played Animal Crossing on the dock fishing.
You did.
I did for a bit.
You did?
I did for
I
a
didn't
bit.
see you pull out your special.
I
Yeah,
did
we
for a
fished
bit.
a little bit.
We fished.
I didn't catch anything.
I got a bite.
Yeah, you did.
I got a legitimate bite, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then that dude flung himself out of the water so hard that he unhooked himself and took the bait. And I'm like, darn it.
Your sister caught a few, though.
She caught, she caught like 3, I think, by the end.
I thought she only caught 2.
Well, there was the 2 in the one section and 1 in another. So, and she was just kind of on the dock just by herself, and pulled up some fishers, and yeah.
But yeah, I think I really need that because now like work's a lot more. I think work was just getting to me. And
Yep.
I needed a break.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Yep, for sure.
Why are you combing your hair?
I just like the feeling of a comb in my hair. I like the scritchies on the scalp.
It's a good segue
Yeah.
into video games.
Sure.
Sure. You want to go first or me?
Yeah, you go ahead. You're
playing,
listed first.
Playing a lot. Smash. We can talk about Min Min.
Yes.
We haven't talked about Min Min yet.
Yeah.
How do you like her?
I like her quite a bit.
Yeah?
She's very interesting. She's also the most broken character with the back shield, because with the back shield you can attack still, because if you press back A, she'll still be facing the one way but attack backwards, which is broken. She's fun. She's a good choice. She definitely feels like the most this character would have been in the base game out of all the DLC.
Oh, really? You think so?
I think she absolutely, like, she doesn't have the pop off of any of the others for their gameplay, I feel.
Like even Byleth?
Oh, you know, Byleth, no, I'd still say so. Yeah. I'd say she feels, more in line with the base cast than the rest, because at least Byleth has a very interesting moveset compared to the normal Fire Emblem characters, where she's what you expect. Min Min. She's arms in 2D, right?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, her stage is a good stage. Mm-hmm. I like it quite a bit.
It's nothing like amazing though.
Nothing amazing. Like,
it's not like graphically amazing like
Garreg Mach
or like unique,
Persona.
Persona. Like she like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but she just doesn't have that.
No, she's a solid
Grandiose,
pick.
yeah.
Yeah, she's a solid pick and not much else, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I actually just played in a Smash tournament for charity. I got 4th place.
Who did you play as?
I played as Terry.
Okay.
And a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, you can cancel down tilt into charged rising tackle," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's 90% of what I do, because that's a combo that can kill at like 70%.
Really?
Like straight up, because a charged rising tackle does about 20% damage, and that kills at 90 to 110 depending on the weight of the character. So It's like really good. I lost to the winner of the tournament, so it makes sense that I got 4th, right? I got KO'd by the
Who were
one.
they playing us?
So they were Ridley.
Oh.
And
Ridley got a huge that huge buff.
I just saw a child run through our backyard. We don't have a child.
Was it not Kai?
I know, that was a little boy in a green shirt. I think that was probably one of the neighbor boys, because it looked like he was carrying something, probably just carrying a ball that he knocked over.
Maybe.
I hope.
Was he going this way?
He was going back up the stairs.
Okay, probably.
So yeah,
just
probably.
Fall over.
Just something I noticed. No, so we played only on Final Destination or Omega versions of stages, just because that's what they agreed upon. Mm. Here's what he did. He would use Ridley's side B to throw me off the stage, and then, as I was recovering, he would then jump up and use it again to plummet me down.
Yeah.
Which, now, in a local Smash situation, you could mash out of. But in an online tournament, there's too much lag to do that easily, right? So it was pretty bad. We called it the disrespect, and we said he won with the disrespect. But it was pretty fun there. We had some pretty good battles going on there. In the end, I then went on to losers, and then I nearly won against the other Terry. And then what happened was, of course, the way I lost was he decided to, when I was recovering to the stage, use the wrong side B. Because, of course, they say if you tap, and then use your side B, you'll go onto the stage, which is, again, works 100% of the time in local matches. But online, if one of those gets eaten, you're going off. Mm. So I was like, man.
Down.
But we did get to do the one thing I wanted to, which is do a battle on Nintendogs to Megalovania. So I was like, yeah, let's go.
What was Min Min's classic mode again?
It was based on just the arms fighters. So you started with Springman and Ribbon Girl, and you fought like Dr. Coil was represented by Dark Samus, and then there's like a green Mega Man.
Dark Samus is the goo one.
Yeah, you're right. No, and then it's Samus and Mega Man for Dr. Coil. But it's all based off the different ones there. And then it ends with Gallium, which is an interesting choice.
Oh, probably because of the big arms?
I'm guessing because of the arms.
Yeah.
And he's like, robot-ish, kind of. Maybe he's meant to be like Headlock. Probably, maybe. I don't know. It was good, though.
Yeah. DLC 7's on the way. Whoever it is.
You mean DLC...
7?
7? Oh, right. Piranha Plant doesn't count.
Yes.
Right.
Besides that, Cuphead. Been playing through Cuphead.
Yeah.
About halfway through it.
Nice.
It's difficult.
It's a tough game.
It's fun.
It's a game for gamers.
Okay. Not much to say about that. So...
Oh, boy.
The Last of Us Part 2, Tanner.
Okay.
Finished it.
Yep.
Would you like to know my opinion?
I would like to know your opinion.
So the gameplay, amazing.
Yeah.
The story,
Yeah.
absolute dog shit.
Yep.
I'm going to talk. I want to talk about it at the very end. In case some people
Care.
care,
Or are
but-
partway through their own playthrough.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is there anything in this game that will make you play it again since you beat it?
I usually, with first party PlayStation games, I like to platinum them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
And I moved on.
That says something.
It's just, that story just was so bad.
Yeah, when I heard about how it actually ends, and like that is the worst.
It's not like the worst thing ever. It's just like
Disappointing.
it left me very unsatisfied.
Oh yeah.
Very unsatisfied.
Yep.
But there's like some cool stuff with like some. I'm going to talk about it later. But
Okay.
Then I moved on. Started Persona 5 Royal finally.
How's that going?
About 2 hours in.
So you're in the first cutscene still.
Yeah, basically. I'm on the first. Yeah, I'm walking to school on the second day after I was late.
So we're not joking about you're in the first cutscene.
I'm still, pretty much. Yeah, there's some stuff already, or like in the very intro one, like the intro scene.
Yeah.
In the casino, it's like you completely diverge into like a vent, and then you run into, you do the what's it called?
Grapple hook.
Grapple hook
Nice.
up, and then Kazumi's there, and you fight with her.
Okay.
Has the new battle theme and all that, and then it like goes back to normal.
I'm definitely going to be playing it sometime soon. I think what it needs to be is I need to finish Soccer Wars on my PS4. Then I'm going to return my PS4 over to my TV over there so I can chill out on the couch with it.
Okay.
Persona 5 and Persona games in general are very chill out sort of thing for me. So I need it in my comfy space. I don't want to be in my gamer chair. I want to be in my comfy space.
Listen.
I have two different areas for gaming. This is Serious Town. This is where I do commentary, and it's the serious stuff. And over there is where I lay on the couch and like play games. Like
you vibe.
I vibe right out. I'll maybe use my Switch to like play a video on my YouTube on there and just be like, bruh.
In Persona 5 Royal, there are also an extra two things that I noticed that were one of them. Nino had to tell me about it.
Oh yeah, what's that?
So when you're being like introduced to the principal on Kawakami, like she hands you your student ID, I think.
Yeah.
But then the maid service thing falls out, and she scrapes it back.
Oh
again
yeah, I heard that was a change.
Just to like get that storyline like hinted that.
Yeah.
And then later on, I'm like walking through the school, have to meet Ryuji on the roof, and then Haru's there. She's talking about plants.
Yeah, so that is something that I heard is that it does a bit of a better job being like, instead of not showing the characters at all before they're introduced, it's like they're there. Just, so which is a bit more in line with some of the earlier Persona games. And plus, if most people playing it are like replaying it, then like that's fine.
Yeah, like it's been 3 years, and I'm like, there's still stuff in the game that I'm like I forgot about.
Oh yeah.
So
It's a long game.
Yeah, and even longer this one.
Oh yeah.
After that, that's about all the games I've been playing. So the stuff I've been reading.
Okay.
So I read Negan Lives,
Yep.
the spin-off Negan comic that came out at the beginning of July. It was all right. It wasn't anything like crazy. It exists only for comic shops to get back on their feet.
Yeah.
But just has Negan living on his own after being exiled. Then he meets like a woman, and he's like, I don't know if you're real, because he's been like having hallucinations.
Oh,
Okay. He like talks to his dead wife and all that. And then it's like turns out she is real, but then she ambushes him with a bunch of stuff, and then Negan's like, oh yeah, he's digging up. He buries Lucille the bat
Okay.
into the ground, and then the ambushers, like the Marauder guys, are like, dig her up, I want to see her corpse. And then so Negan's like pulling it up and all that, and I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna like pull Lucille out of the dirt and then kill them all with the thing. But
They want to see the corpse
of his dead wife, just to like screw with him.
but it's his bat that he buried.
But they don't know that.
Oh. Was his wife's name Lucille?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't know the backstory. Sorry.
That explains a little bit. I was very confused for a second.
But yeah, he takes them down, and then but leaves the girl alive.
Does he use Korean backdashing?
I think in one panel, yeah.
Learn this one from the Tekken boys. Warp strikes with Lucille. Oh my god, I love Tekken.
Yeah, kills them all except the woman, and then she's like, "Oh, like I know you're like not as terrible a person as like they thought you were." And it's like Negan realizes, "Oh, like I want to have another purpose in life," so he plans to go back to the hospital he put down his wife in to go actually bury her.
Okay.
And then that's where it ends. But there's no like suggestion they're going to continue that. That's just
it was just a one-off sort of issue?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a special.
In the main comic, you see him at the grave again, so he obviously got her. So.
Okay. It was the Negan OVA, you could say.
Yeah, pretty much. So then on the vacation, I read Dead Man's Questions, which is related to JoJo. I don't know if is me saying what I'm going to say a spoiler.
You know what? I'm going to say, let's just not use the character's name, who it's about. Let's just say...
It's good.
Okay.
Like, it was pretty good. It wasn't anything like that like exploded the JoJo.
Well, it originally wasn't known to be a JoJo thing until pretty much at a certain point a character's name is said and you're like, oh, you're a JoJo character. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I started Purple Haze Feedback. I haven't read any since I started that night, but it's really good so far. It's post part 5, and it's like deals with like Fugo's like
a little bit of cleanup, really.
Pretty much. And he has to go take out what's the gang called?
Passion?
Yeah. Old Passion members that defected after all that.
Specifically the narcotics unit, right?
Yeah.
The ones that were making and dealing the drugs.
And Mista gets Fugo to hunt them down to prove his loyalty to Giorno.
Yep.
So, and there's already like a few stands being called, like all of them based on Jimi Hendrix.
Yep, that makes sense.
So, yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Nice.
And that's about all I've been doing.
All right. Now on to me. So when we were on vacation there, I booted up Animal Crossing.
I'm actually back into it.
I've been playing it a bit each day. So I booted it back up. The diving update's here. I like the diving. It's a lot of fun. It was one of my favorite features in New Leaf. So when it wasn't back, I was like, oh, that sucks. And now that it's back, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I've been getting some of the artwork from Crazy Red because that was also new for me.
So like one of them?
I got one.
What, because he comes so rarely?
Why he came twice in the period there. So I got once where there was all counterfeits, and I'm like, well, that sucks. We got a haunted painting, so that's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And then the next time he came, he had 2 real ones, ironically. So I picked one of them, and so I got that one. And yeah, it's like it's a neat feature. I do like it quite a bit. And it's it's just a nice little sort of thing to chill out with. If I have nothing else to do, I'll pop it in and play. I realized that weeds grow actually really slowly. I was really worried about coming to my town and it being overrun with weeds.
There's only like 2 that spawn a day.
Yeah, so it's like it's not that big of a deal, and besides, it's like you can sell them for stuff, so it's not too bad. Caught myself some of the rare fish, which I never got. I got the arapaima, I got the whale shark, and a great white shark, and all that good stuff.
You got the sunfish yet?
I've not got the sunfish, which is weird because the sunfish is like in New Leaf. It was the most common
shark
fin, like the fin fish there.
Now it's
so.
the sucker fish.
And now it's...
Which I can't stop catching for some reason.
It still pisses me off. It's called a sucker fish. It's called a remora. Use its real name.
That's way too complicated.
It's like calling the puffer fish, calling it a spiky fish. It's like, that's not its name. It has a name. Don't just because it's spiky doesn't mean that's its name. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. It's nice to be back in. Nice to chill out with.
I finally started remodeling a part of the island that was left like wild.
Mm-hmm.
Put some scene areas there. Put a bridge over the river.
Oh, I got my last villager in too, because for a while I just didn't. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna place this villager.
Oh, yeah.
So then I put them in, and it's...
One of my oldest moved out a few days ago, and Colton moved in. Do you know who Colton is? Search it out.
Colton.
Colton Animal Crossing. See what you think of him.
Isn't he a horse?
Well, how did you know that?
Because a colt is a type of horse.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you got the anime horse.
The anime horse.
Yeah, because he looks like Bart's.
Oh, I guess he does.
Because he's literally wearing like Bart's Final Fantasy. He's wearing Bart's outfit. Not that one. His classic outfit. Look, see?
Go back to Colton? Oh, kind of, yeah.
Right? Like the blue with the red cape. Like, yeah. With the yellow trim. Come on.
Oh, and I have a villager in my campsite today called, what's his name? It's a gorilla. It's an ugly gorilla.
Okay.
Boyd. Search up Boyd.
Boyd? How do you spell that?
Boyd.
Boyd Animal Crossing. Boyd? Oh, no, he's cool. I like him.
He's terrifying.
I like him. Though he's not as good as Louis.
No.
Because Louis is just Donkey Kong.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I got a bear who's orange. I don't know his name, but he runs like Naruto.
Orange bear?
No, I don't know his name. It's not his name.
Like blue bear, but orange?
No, yeah, I have blue bear.
Oh, yeah.
Well, blue bear is a small bear. This bear is a big bear.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's like a smaller bear, and then there's they're different sizes entirely. Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Okay. I mean, I'm continuing with Fate. What's there to say?
Shit here.
There's so much, dude. There's so much. So I've been playing the mobile game, working my way through that. Finally got my guaranteed super rares. Guess what? So you're guaranteed 1 5-star with that roll. Mm-hmm. I got 2.
Oh, wow.
So I got 2 really rare ones. One of them is Nero Caster. I'll show her to you. She's the one that I really wanted, so I was very happy I got her. It's Nero. But she fights with...
Oh, we got to talk about the car I saw.
Yeah, that was her on it.
Okay, so I was on my way to work. I was walking to work, and I have to go down like a little path to cut through. And right before in the parking lot, I look in my peripheral. I look over. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cool car. I was like, wait, is that a Fate character? And it says Senpai Squad over the.
It was Nero. He sent it to me, and he's like, "Yo, is this your car?" And it was like Nero all over it, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's my new ride."
That's just so weird. How like a Fate thing just pops into real life like that.
No, well, for real, it was once I started getting into Fate, I realized how Fate is freaking everywhere. Like, that's what happened to me. I was like, whoa. But no, she's cool. It's basically her in like a bathing suit normally, but as you level her up, she gets like these cool different alternate outfits. But her super is standing on the dock of a battleship, crossing her arms anime style as thousands of missiles shoot out. Jeez. It's pretty rad. Also, she's like super like, I'm the most beautiful, powerful being. So it's pretty fun. The other one I got, they keep her name a secret. So it is Caster of the Nightless City. So I don't know her name yet. I sent her to Beat, and Beat's like, yep, that's a mommy. So I was pretty happy with that. So I'm playing the mobile game. That's still going on. I've been playing Hollow Ataraxia, which is the sequel to the original Fate. Last night, one of the characters...
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, last night I was playing...
Was that last night?
It was last night, yeah.
It was.
Last night I was playing, and Rin Tosaka appeared. Now, she was famously, like, away on vacation for most of that game, and the first time she appears, like literally the game, like the colors invert and the main character's like, oh my god, she's here, what do I do? And literally as soon as that happened, the loudest thunder strike happened outside, so loud it got picked up on my microphone.
So you were recording while
oh yeah, so it got picked up and I'm like, oh my god, guys.
So we'll be able to like see it?
Not only, I actually put a little thing saying like, if you listen carefully you can hear it, because if you do, you can hear it. There's a crashing sound when it happens. And I'm like, that's not the game. And then for the rest of the part, the last like 20 minutes of it, you can hear thunder every now and then. It's pretty cool. That's been going. That game is still wild and crazy. I've been watching Fate Apocrypha, which is the show, which is basically, again, hey, what if the Nazis got the Holy Grail? And how would that change the war? That's the one with Astolfo, who is actually way better of a character than anyone gives the time of day to, because everyone thinks like, oh, like you see all the art of him being like this sultry femboy, and you're like, man, that's not how he's like at all. It's quite the opposite, in fact. It's good. I know some people don't like it, but here's the thing. So it's on Netflix, right? And if you watch it on Netflix, it's fine. But I got the Blu-ray. And this is the biggest glow up I've ever seen for a Blu-ray. Not only is the visual quality so much better, but the thing that's the best is the sound. It is uncompressed audio. And this is a show that for the fight scenes loves to do the biggest like techno bass sounds for attacks. Like the best way to describe it is when they swing their swords, you don't hear the sword swing. You hear the vacuum of air it creates because it moves so fast. And with headphones on, it sounds amazing. So when people are like, "Why are you're watching the Blu-rays, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And when I'm saying like the sound quality is so much better, there's people like, "I've downloaded the Blu-rays and oh my god, the quality increase from Netflix is incredible." So that's something that like, yeah, those Blu-rays are definitely worth it. Even though they're $130 each, and there's 2 of them. Oh my god. Yeah, but hey, it's that's 1 month of Fate content. It pays itself.
There you go.
Speaking of, because I got paid and didn't buy anything else Fate this month, I actually bought just a couple more figures, so they're on their way. But also the Fate board game. Did you know there's an official Fate board game?
No, I didn't.
Now, while it's only in Japanese, there is a English rulebook you could download, so I got it downloaded, so it's shipping right now. So who knows in the future, maybe I'll set some friends down and say, you know, at gunpoint, we're playing the Fate board game. You're not gonna get away.
You're not leaving until we're done.
You know, well, it's only about a 30-minute game. Apparently, it's pretty short. It's not like a D&D campaign where
Monopoly.
It's not like Monopoly sucks. No one's ever finished a Monopoly game.
I'm sure someone has.
No one has. No one has finished Monopoly. The first Monopoly game is still ongoing.
Yeah.
But another thing so you were reading Yo's light novels. I decided to read my own light novel, which was Final Fantasy VII, The Kids Are All Right. It's also called Final Fantasy VII, A Turk's Side Story, The Kids Are All Right. Wow. This is a really, really, really good novel for people who like Final Fantasy VII specifically. And the weird thing is, this was written before the Final Fantasy VII remake happened.
Oh, okay.
But it works as a sequel to the remake. Because the stuff from this novel got incorporated into the remake, including characters and stuff. So characters that got only a little bit of closure in the actual 7 remake, their closure is this novel. Oh, okay. So, like, but it came the other way. Normally, like, the novel happens and, like, they just kind of are there and then gone, right? But in this, it's like, when you play it with the game, oh my god, it's really good. And even characters you wouldn't expect anything from, like Johnny. Johnny is literally an NPC in Final Fantasy VII Vanilla, who then became a comedic relief NPC in the remake, where he'll like come up and be like, "Yo, Cloud Tifa, what's up, guys?" And Cloud Tifa are like, "Oh god, it's Johnny," you know. And so but then he gets closure in this, and it's important to the plot, and it's really, really good. The writing is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular. It's better than your average light novel, but it does fall prey to a lot of light novel problems of the main character being like, I have this friend who's a girl. I don't think much of her. 1 chapter later, I saw her hand there and it looked so supple.
Oh my God.
Why am I feeling these feelings? I've never felt these things for her. It's like, dude, buddy, it's literally because you've just been stupid this whole time. There is some interesting stuff for like the Final Fantasy VII universe, not for the universe, but for characters. Because there's a few things where they introduce characters that are like related to other ones, which make sense, but they're not like out of nowhere. Like it explains why they weren't around and stuff. So it's good. I'm really enjoying it. Also, completely talks about the fact Cloud cross-dressed. Like that's a detail in it.
You like pointed it out to me.
Yeah, like it's just in there. And the main character, he literally sees a picture of Cloud in the dress, and his response is, well, everyone's got their hobbies, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty mature. I like that. And he even he brings it up to Tifa at one point, and Tifa's like, oh god, there's photos. Can I get one? It's great. It's wonderful. No, it's a good one. So if you enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII Remake and are dying for part 2 like I am, read this novel.
You're already dying for it?
Dude, the ending of that remake I'm thinking about still. There's so much.
I'll get to it eventually.
So much potential.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then finally, to prepare for my next Let's Play, which I've just been very frank about, I've been rewatching an old classic from my childhood.
Scooby-Doo.
No. No. Metabots. Oh, man. This show is hilarious because, well, for one, it's interesting. It's one of the few, like, anime that got brought, and I'm watching the English version, by the way, but it's one of the few anime that got brought to North America that they're just straight up like, no, this show takes place in Japan. Like, straight up. We're not gonna hide it. At one point, one of the characters comes out and he's like throwing rice cakes on the ground, and the character's like, why are you doing that? And he's like, don't you know, we live in Japan, and when someone's building a house you throw rice cakes on the ground. We've lived in Japan all our life. How do you not know this? You're so dumb. It's like, I like that. And there's like sometimes where you'll see characters, they'll be like writing on stuff and they'll like literally like Microsoft Paint brush it out and then write it over in English and like Times New Roman. And there's sometimes where they do it for like half of it and then just stop because they're like, it's too much. It's like, it's funny, and also it's like, it's one of those things where they didn't take it too seriously, so like there's jokes and stuff that you're like, oh man, that's an adult joke thrown in there that kids won't get. I'm enjoying it, and it's really making me look forward to playing that Game Boy game I played as a kid. And the cool thing is I'm going to be emulating it, so I'll be able to actually put in action replay codes for any of the stuff that would normally be like multiplayer exclusive. I can just action replay it in because Lord knows I have no one actually to play with, and I'm not gonna actually replay the whole game. No, with to try and get the stuff that's exclusive to the other version. I'll just code it in. That's
okay.
Fine. But yeah, other than that, not too much else. I've been helping with a charity marathon, so because of that, like, my time's been pretty limited. I'm doing commentary for stuff. I played through Pokken on stream. That was a lot of fun. I played through ARMS on stream. That was also fun. I will be playing pretty soon Fire Emblem Warriors. That was going to be tomorrow, but we have to move it. But yeah, and then otherwise just helping out with that stuff. So what are you doing with your head? You're doing like a little dance.
It's just
you do it.
It's like an exercise. Fair
enough. Gotta get that going. Anyways, let's move on to the news. You can start
news
with Ubisoft, which aired while we were on vacation.
On the way back. And let me tell you, don't care that I didn't get to see it. It's fine. Honestly. Would you like to go through? So I'll just list everything.
Sure.
Watch Dogs Legion started. I watched the summary of it, like a 10-minute thing, so I didn't get everything. You can play as anyone. Everyone has their own abilities. Supports smart delivery on Xbox Series X. It's coming out October 29th this year.
Okay.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
It's nothing like. It's not like it's not like a next generation game. It feels like an early PS4 game still.
Yeah. Well, because it looks sort of like, when they make an Assassin's Creed game that's like the new hotness, and then they make another one that's just like the same engine and same everything, and it's just a new setting. Feels a bit like that, where it's not much of an upgrade and more of just like a, well, here's some more, you know? But
we'll see.
Yeah.
A few mobile stuff no one cares about. Brawlhalla comes to mobile August 6th, and Tom Clancy's Elite Squad
wow.
coming to mobile.
Not
you excited?
Not touching those.
Hyperscape is a game. I'm not sure what the hell it was.
I didn't even look at it, so I don't even know what that is.
I actually don't know what it is.
All right, that's fine.
Just like people in the game are in VR and fighting against each other. That's kind of all I've gathered.
Strange. Okay.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay.
Looks like an Assassin's Creed game.
Yep.
You can build your own settlement, which I like.
Okay.
I like settlement building.
Yeah,
games.
for sure. It's always nice.
Combat looks actually pretty cool. Dual shields.
Well, that's defensive for sure.
Fight giant wolves.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? We've had like in the last games you fought like monsters and Egyptian gods, so you know what? That's fine.
And it comes out holiday 2020.
All right.
And then finally, the big announcement. Far Cry 6.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that. Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is the main villain named Anton.
Okay.
And it looks like a Voss prequel because
are you playing as him?
he has the same like gap in his eyebrow as Voss does. So that's why people think it's Voss.
I mean, that's the thing a lot of people do, but
Who knows?
the gap in the eyebrow. It
And
could be.
It's coming out February 18th, 2021.
That's a very specific date. I feel like that's going to move at some point.
Probably. Yeah.
Let's just, you know what? Let's just go through the West.
We're doing this?
I think so. I think it just makes sense.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep.
Because I feel like it's a gap of me talking a lot and then a gap of you talking a lot.
Well, I could pick up some if you need.
Devolver Digital 2020 happened. Fall Guys coming out August 4th on PS4 and PC.
I'm excited for this. I think
Yeah,
it looks
unique.
like a fun sort of.
They were like how they were marketing it as a battle royale, but
Yeah.
now that's kind of died down. They're kind of just like marketing it as its own thing.
Well, I mean, it's still a battle royale.
But
But the thing that made me excited about it being a battle royale is it's not a gun battle royale. It's a running and jumping one. It's sort of like what if Wipeout was a like, well, not Wipeout like the racing game, Wipeout Total Wipeout, the
American TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what if that was a thing? That's fun.
Shadow Warrior 3. I could care less.
So the thing about Shadow Warrior 3 is that both it as well as the Ghost game that was announced from Sony's conference, the one that Ikumi Nakamura worked on, you know the one, right? Both of them look like CGI trailers.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just because that's what graphics look like now. The reason is simple. Motion blur. Motion blur makes it look like a pre-rendered thing, which I'm not used to yet. I always turn off motion blur. I'm not personally a fan. So that's something that I'm like, that's interesting. But otherwise, it's like, it's fine.
Yeah. Carrion. It's coming out July 23rd, so in about 3 days here.
That's the one where you play as the big tentacle monster.
And it comes to PC, Switch, and Xbox One.
Yep.
And Olaja, apparently like a Prince of Persia-like game.
Interesting.
It's coming out in fall to PC and Switch.
Yep.
And Serious Sam coming August to PC and Stadia.
Do you know what Serious Sam is, the gameplay-wise?
Not really.
It's literally like you're thrown into like a small arena, and it is waves and waves and waves of enemies. So it's not like an open world sort of shooter thing. It's very arcadey.
Oh, okay.
So that's why some people really like it because of that. Because it's still like a... Like, imagine if Doom was in one arena with waves. But in that arena, you could find all sorts of guns and stuff, right?
I actually like that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people like that because it's so simple, right? So yeah, that is something that a lot of people enjoy.
And then finally, Devolverland Expo is now out on PC.
So Devolverland Expo is secretly a Shadow Warrior 3 demo. Because it's using the engine made by the same people, and you run through environments based on all the games they announced, and it even ends with like a shooter section. So it's like literally it is a Shadow Warrior 3 demo.
Did you play it at all?
No. But it's set in E3. Like it's set in a fake E3. Yeah. So it's kind of fun. Yeah. That's a fun thing. Devolver does that where they'll come out with something fun like that. So they did the one where they made bootleg versions of their own games and released that on Steam. Like that's a fun thing.
And their own currency or whatever.
But that was a real like sort
Yeah.
of thing that you could buy, which is wild, and the money would go up and down. Weirdest thing, but yeah, they made money from that.
And then they did a whole story thing where they concluded the whole VR
I
storyline.
think some people at this point were like, it better be the end because we're getting kind of tired. It was neat the first 2 times, and then after that, it's like, okay, we know kind of what to expect.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for those 2 conferences.
Yep.
So how do you feel about these conferences replacing E3?
That's
now
fine.
that we're in the midst of it.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think for me, what it just comes down to is the fact that if, like, here's the thing. The only big difference between these things and E3 on stage is that E3 on stage, they can sometimes not be showing you the game. Remember the times when they'd be showing a trailer and they'd be panning over the audience instead of the trailer? And you'd be like, I want to see the game. So by not having a live audience, they don't make it like a live event. It's like, just show me. I want to be the one to see it, right? So I think that's fine.
Okay. So next story, Xbox One X and S digital editions
Yep.
are going to be discontinued leading up to the Series X launch.
This sounds like a bad thing until you realize there's a billion of them on the shelves already still. You'll be able to find one for years to come.
Digital editions, though, it's like, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the One X itself is like the
Yeah.
nice one, but yeah, the digital edition, it's like, who cares?
Sony's going to double PS5 production now for holiday 2020.
Wow, they're gonna update it from 0 to 0. I see. Can we get that damn system? So, did you watch the controller
I did.
live
I watched it while I was
stream?
putting these notes together.
Did anything happen?
Not really. They just kind of talked about like what the controller can do and Jeff's face, because he had to listen for a bunch of it because there was a guest there who talked about it all,
That's the
and it's
weirdest
just him
thing.
on his left side of the screen is just a
Mouth ajar,
ajar.
waiting. That's so weird. I don't get it. The idea of a like.
And they demoed that Astro's Playroom a bit, which is going to come free
Okay,
with everything.
yeah. That's
And
free
it looks fun.
Yeah, I like that. I
yeah.
do love that idea. It's just like, man.
I do like he showcased the triggers, and they look cool too.
Well, the whole thing about the adaptive resistance on them
Yeah.
is really neat. Where it's like if you're playing a game with like a gun, it'll feel like a trigger. If you're playing like a racing game, it'll feel like
Or
the
like
accelerator.
Or a bow and arrow. Where
Bow
it's
and
like that
arrow
little
will
bit
sort of
pressure.
snap back there,
Yeah.
right? So that's an awesome idea for sure.
But yeah, so then Halo 3's out now on the PC.
Oh, that's a good game.
Do you have to buy it?
If you bought the Master Chief Collection, you own it.
Oh, okay. I thought
It's-
you had to. I thought it was like an add-on thing.
So you can buy the game separately, but if you buy the collection, you own it.
Cool.
Yep.
I own it right now.
Yep. And that one has Forge mode. Do you know about Forge mode?
Not really.
Literally, it's go into a level and you can build stuff.
Oh, okay.
You can use it to make, like, here's an example. Back when Halo 3 was out, my friend and I went over to his house and we played Duck Hunt together. It was a map where, like, you one player would play as a sniper and the other one would play as, be looking down, or be, like, in this sort of, like, place with, like, little gaps. And so you'd have to try and snipe them as they ran from gap to gap, right? And so, like, you can make full game modes with it.
That's cool.
So this was the one where, like, really went
So
into...
it's like workshop mode.
It's like workshop mode,
Okay.
right? So it was like a full mode of like, here's all the crazy stuff you can do. A lot of fun.
And then next story here, I saw this right before I left
Yep.
to come here. Overcooked All You Can Eat got announced.
Yep.
It's both Overcooked games, are coming to the Series X and PS5 with new content, 4K visuals, over 200 kitchens, over 120 chefs, and online play.
I still don't like Overcooked. It makes
like
me
it a lot.
it makes me so frustrated.
It's so fun. I like all the different kitchens and
I've never
environments.
felt so much salt from a game before.
So this one I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
This was announced at the Skybound Fan Expo or whatever.
Yep.
The Walking Dead comic is getting a full series is being printed in color.
Yep.
2 issues a month starting on October 7th, and will feature varying covers throughout the series for like huge story moments and character reveal or introductions.
Yep.
It's going to also, in each issue, it's going to include a section called the cutting room floor, which is just tidbits and goes into details about abandoned plot lines and stuff in the comic that was cut out.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. I mean, the cutting room floor is like, it's one of my favorite websites. It's all about unused or debugged stuff in games and movies and stuff. So, like, that's an awesome sort of thing to go into, plans that they had that they didn't pull through.
It's called, like, The Walking Dead Deluxe.
Nice.
And it has, like...
Is it still single issues, or is it going to be, like, omnibus style?
It's going to be single issues.
Okay.
There's no plans to put them in volumes. So it's like, if you want them, you got to get...
Yeah, you got to get them then.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy another big comic box.
Yeah.
If you know what those are.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the colored ones in there. And
Nice.
And hopefully, like, this sells well enough. I think why they're doing, like, the cutting room floor stuff and the variants is because they want to make money, obviously.
Absolutely. And get the comic shops up and running a bit more, too.
And I hope they do the entire series.
Yep.
Like, all 193 issues. So...
We'll see.
It's going to be a lot of money at the end.
For sure.
I can't complain. Just like with you.
Yeah. It's true.
With Fate.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad.
And then finally, the Uncharted movie is going to begin production. People thought it was, but they said, like, no, it's not starting yet. We're, like, gearing up to.
Yep.
And, like, Tom Holland posted a picture of the chair.
Did.
And so is the movie called Nate, or is it just the
I think
character?
the movie is called Nate, and I specifically think it's going to be about a young Nathan Drake.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's, because it doesn't make sense for him to be an adult in it if it's Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. So I think it's going to be the entire, like, lead up, the whole thing. Because there is discrepancies between 3 and 4 for the young Nate. So, like, if it's...
That's because he, like, Sam or something.
Well, yeah, because we gotta tie all that together. Mm-hmm. We have to tie in... Because, like, that's when I played 4. I'm like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, the timeline for him, like... The time when he was with his brother and the time he was with Sully. So, like, trying to figure that timeline out. If you can make a coherent movie about it, bada bing, bada boom, that'd be enjoyable.
Actually gives it a reason to exist.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, because I thought this was just going to be, like, retread stuff in 3.
It'd be boring if it's just the same thing over, but, like, if it combines them and is, like, a good, like, coherent prequel story, not only would it be good to stand alone, but it would be good, right?
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Well, let's hope.
You know, thing with video game movies.
They've actually been not too bad as
they've been getting better.
Recent. I was going to say lately and recent, and my mind just said you're going to say lacent. No, they've actually been pretty okay. Though we'll see what happens when the Monster Hunter movie comes out. I am so excited. That thing's going to be trash.
And that's it for Western stuff.
All right, moving on to the East. So the first thing we had this morning was the Lego. Let me try that again. Let me try that again.
Said Lego.
I'm
snapped right to the bottom of the
right
story.
now, I guess. The Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, the first of a new format.
Where was Smash?
I'm so happy they came out right away and they said,
me too.
This is all third party. It's all stuff that was previously announced.
It's only 10 minutes.
Wasn't necessarily true.
It was 8 minutes.
So it was 8 minutes, but it was because it was 10 in Japan. Because one thing got left out from the English version, which still ended up being announced. Mm-hmm. But I'll talk about that. So the first thing was Cadence of Hyrule Season Pass. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not only is there more characters for the base game.
Impa, Shadow Link, Shadow Zelda, a character from...
Arya from Cryptid Necrodancer, who has a whole different playstyle, and the Shopkeeper.
Merchant, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. There will be a music pass featuring remixes from Family Jewels, which is pretty great. They're an awesome YouTuber.
Okay.
So that looks awesome there.
And there's one that comes out like today. It's out today.
That's the character pack today.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
No, that's the second one, isn't it?
No, character pack's first.
Okay.
Yeah, character pack was first, and then the music pack will be later, and then
Skull Kid.
Then the Skull Kid story.
Looking forward to that
which is really interesting. And they said like it is story content. It's going to be, you play as Skull Kid through a whole new story, who his whole gameplay is switching masks, switches his play style. So that's pretty cool.
Think we'll see like Majora?
I think it might be.
Well, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Get new Majora's Mask content. Like...
I think it is. Well, because it's made by Western fans, and Western fans love Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
And then finally, it's going to get a physical release with all the DLC. So, hey.
Cool.
That's pretty good. That's a happy one.
Do you want to skip Do you want to leave the big one
No,
for last?
we're gonna go through everything that was on it, because then after that was something that I skipped, and then after that was WWE, which I skipped.
Skip.
And then we saw the Atlas logo.
So what did you think?
At first when it was like, it showed Nocturne, and I'm like, and it was like in 2003, a cult classic. I'm like, oh, they're gonna lead up to it, right? They're gonna lead up to SMT5, and then it never got off Nocturne, and I'm like, oh. And it was amazing because there was even just before this.
So SMT3 is getting a remaster.
Yes.
Before we dive in.
Yes, SMT3 is getting an HD remaster, and because before that was announced, there was all these threads I was looking at, which is like SMT Nocturne has like the best art style of any game ever, and it's like there's like all these screenshots of like these beautiful shots of the game, which it is. It is a beautiful game. Mm-hmm. The atmosphere is so thick you could lay in it. Like, it is so good. And that HD version looks better than the up-resed PS2 version. Really? Like, it's the best way. Like, hopefully. Absolutely. But it also helps, like, the art style was already good in the original, but just the cleaning up of the models and stuff, oh. Now, the interesting thing is this is based on the last PS2 release, which was Japan exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, there is no Dante. Dante was for the Western release and the second Japanese release. This is based off what's called the Maniacs Chronicle release, which instead replaces Dante with another SMT character who appears in the trailer. He's like the guy with like the hat and the cape there, and he has a cat with him. His name is Raido Kusunoha, and he actually is from another SMT subseries. So it makes more sense for him to be there because like he makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's like oh man, it's gonna be so good. That game's hard. So hard, they've announced that there's gonna be a DLC easy mode. Now I'm expecting it to be either free DLC or free on release DLC, because I can't imagine them making you pay for easy mode. That'd be weird.
Is Atlas that scummy?
Atlas isn't that scummy.
Okay.
Usually stuff like that, they either do it as free DLC or free on release.
They gave you like all the Persona 5 DLC for free if you bought
Raw. So it might even be a day one bonus sort of thing where it's only paid if you don't buy the game new, you know? So I don't think it's going to be locked away. And if it will, it'll be like $2 or something. Yeah. But otherwise,
this would be a good chance to get into the series.
Absolutely. Oh, this is the one to hop in on. And the nice thing is all the SMT games are completely apart from each other.
Yeah.
The only exception is because they had 4, and then they had 4 Apocalypse, which is like a direct follow-up, but don't worry about that.
So I should just wait for this one to come out. I shouldn't like dive into any other games right now.
I mean, you could dive into other ones, but it's up to you.
I think I'll just wait because I have a lot on my plate.
That's true.
By the time this comes out,
you're already playing an SMT game.
Yeah.
You are.
I
know. I guess the other thing, though, is in the trailer, there was English voice acting, because the game had no voice acting in the original.
Oh, really?
Japanese or English. And there was both Japanese and English voice acting in that trailer. So it's like, will this get a dub over? Be kind of nice. So, not a ton of dialogue.
Without spoiling, what's the synopsis of this game? Like, what's it all about?
Sure, I could tell you. You go to visit a friend in the hospital, and the world ends.
I mean,
that's it.
I know. Like, is it Tokyo? Is it always Tokyo?
It's Tokyo, yeah.
It gets absolutely annihilated every time.
Well, it's not really annihilated in this one. Instead, it kind of like, imagine if Tokyo's like, okay, so imagine Tokyo is a piece of paper I'm holding in my hands.
Yeah.
Now turn that into a tube and roll it up.
Ooh.
That's what happens to Tokyo. You're in like tube Tokyo.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's definitely weird. The atmosphere of the game is incredible. It's really good, and like, yeah.
So like, when Beat says that, and when you say that, I think of like Persona 4 and like when the fog sets in. Okay. Love that atmosphere.
I hate myself for this, but it is like Dark Souls in terms of you feel the weight of the world. And it feels like the world's against you specifically.
Okay, that's cool.
It's not just that the world is lawless, it's that the world hates you.
Is there like a story reason for that?
Yes. What I will say though is, and this is something that is part of SMT games as a whole, is that there's always 2 paths. you can join the side of chaos or the side of law. So you could side with God.
Oh, it's like angels and demons type thing.
A little bit more than angels and demons, more like the general concepts of law and chaos.
Oh, okay.
But you can either join God or kill God. And both lead down very different paths.
Oh, so it's like 2 games in one? Almost?
Yes. Yep. All SMT games are pretty much where it's like half of it is kind of leading up to a point, and then you get like points depending on your decisions. And yeah, you could go very different. You know what the best way it's actually kind of like? Catherine. Remember how Catherine had that sort of scale there?
Yeah.
And like if you could go in the middle, you could go kind of halfway, but if you go all the way to a side, it's like the true ending. So it's like that.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, Catherine's also an SMT game technically, so I mean, there's that. That's gonna be awesome.
It's coming out 2021.
No, SMT3 is 2020, I think.
No, it's 2021.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, spring. I guess that would make sense. We're past spring. Now, then after that, right after they said, and your adventure's not done yet, Shin Megami Tensei 5, which...
Yo, this trailer looked so good.
It looks so good. And if you read at the top, it also confirmed an English dub for that. So there's that. And it shows Lucifer coming down and being
that's
like,
Lucifer?
that's Lucifer. And he's like, yo, I messed up Tokyo. And you're just like, interesting. They showed...
You're the god you worship is dead.
Yeah, the god you worship is dead. It's like, oh, geez, great. So an interesting thing is different SMT games kind of go on the idea of like the start of the game is either it's usually something takes over the world. And it's looking like in 5, it's Lucifer. In other games, it's like, what if this god won? And then you fight them.
That's cool.
So like in 4, it's literally the Catholic God who you fight. Yeah. And
I see why. Like, I'm starting to see why Beat likes these games so much.
Dude, the game, you know a lot of the monsters from Persona.
So is there like a coherent storyline as you play through? It's just like go kill God.
No, there's a storyline for them.
Like there's like characters.
Yeah, there's characters. You even get in Nocturne, you actually get to name half the characters yourself. Like all like the kind of good guys, you get to just name them fully. First name, last name, whoever you want, right?
Cool.
No, so it's usually like, yeah, there's stories to them, absolutely. Because, I mean, you have to make those story decisions. However, it's a lot more classic in terms of, like, there's no, like, I mean, heck, in Nocturne, from what I played, there's no safe town. Like, there's no place where you're like, oh, I'm in town. There's monster encounters everywhere. And if you want to go heal, it always costs money. And if you want to do something, it always costs something. It's always like, it almost feels survivalish in that regard. So, it's awesome.
Cool.
But 5, though, it looks like you can either pick male or female character, which is good. It's kind of nice to kind of, differentiate it. But otherwise, we don't know much other than it looks like Lucifer goes to Tokyo and is just like, oh, I killed him. I killed God. I'm now the person who's doing it.
It comes out worldwide.
Yeah, and it's a worldwide release. That is a big deal. Because Nintendo's backing them on this. So Nintendo's pushing for that, I'm sure. Now, here's the thing. Here's the question is, who's going to be the guest character? A lot of people are thinking Bayonetta.
That'd be cool.
Now, she was in the SMT mobile game as a crossover character, along with, ironically, Dante. So, like, and even Kamiya was like, damn it, they got to it before I could. So people are thinking they're going to put Bayonetta in as a kind of character there, so we'll have to see.
That makes sense.
It makes sense if you're fighting Lucifer, fighting demons, right? There
you go.
Right? Because then it's
kind of a no-brainer.
Because then you're siding with the angels, so she'll fight you for that, and then you'll convince her to join. Like, yeah. Then the thing that was not shown in the Western Direct, but was shown in the Japanese one, is they're making Atelier Ryza 2.
I have no idea what this is.
It is a... I'm sure you've seen her. She is quite thick. Whoops. Can I copy and paste that? Whoops. Okay, so... it is a series of RPGs. Basically, it's sort of like... it's a basic RPG, but it has the gimmick of you're an item sort of seller. So
Okay.
you go out, you get to mix items together. I just got sent a review code for this on the Switch. It is amazingly
Like the first one?
optimized. Yeah.
Okay.
Amazingly optimized there. Really good sort of little RPG. Fun characters. Kind of a tomboyish main character as opposed to the girly ones in the others. Was the best-selling title out of its whole series. Her thighs are ridiculous. And it's a sequel. And the reason that they didn't show it in the English version is because there's a character whose boobers are just completely out there and massive. Like, I'm talking, these things are... This art doesn't even begin to describe how ridiculous they are. Those things are bonkers. So it's probably because she is an absolute milk monster. So that's why Nintendo were cowards and didn't show it.
Cool, and that was it.
That's it.
Pretty much about that partnered.
Honestly, I was very happy with that, if only for SMT.
Yeah, because there were no expectations.
There was zero expectation. When it's 10 minutes long with only third party, you're like, that's going to suck. But it's like, I liked half of that.
And they said they're going to do more of these later on in the year.
If they're monthly or bi-monthly, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know. I still want to know what Nintendo specifically is
I think
doing.
they're
got to do something.
I think this was all the stuff that their third parties were going to be showing at E3. And then they basically, like, that didn't announce it on their own. Mm. And so then this is like, okay, now we're going to do our own thing dedicated to us later on.
Like, makes sense that they do it, like, September or...
Well, we'll see. Whenever. I mean, there's enough games.
Yeah, someone explained, like, they want to make sure, so, like, in case COVID, like, or, like...
Yeah, because they can't guarantee...
Delays it. They can't guarantee.
They can't guarantee the games are coming out on time. They even put a disclaimer before this one saying that they can't guarantee it. So, yeah.
Cool.
All right, Paper Mario devs are not allowed to modify existing Nintendo characters, which explains a lot. I'm not playing this game.
I thought you were.
Nope. I've had a couple friends play it, and they pretty much say the same thing, which is, if you don't think about it as a Paper Mario game, it's all right. But if you want the 1,000-Year Door 2, nope. So... Damn shame.
I might come around to it. I might get it eventually.
If it ever goes on sale, I might.
So never.
Yeah, never. Exactly. I don't know. You know what? I have enough games going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not busting my balls to try and get it. I'd more likely get the new Harvest Moon remake, if anything. Okay.
Cool.
Joker and Hero Amiibo coming October 2nd. That Joker one looks real good.
It went up on Best Buy already, but...
I'm going to wait for Amazon.
Best Buy doesn't like my credit card, so...
Nope. Best Buy doesn't like shipping stuff on time either, so...
Rip.
That's fine. Yeah, Joker's looks amazing with the flames for the base. Hero looks good. I like the different sort of modeling of the fabrics on him. They look good.
The chainmail.
Chainmail and all that looks great. They're coming October 2nd. Japan gets them first. And actually, if they go up on pre-sale for... my Japanese import site, I might just get them there just because A, it's the same price as ordering them from here, and B, they guarantee it, unlike some Western ones that don't.
Japanese.
I don't care. They come out of the box anyways. They don't bother me.
But
half of mine are Japanese.
Okay.
This is an interesting one. Square Enix has been filing Live Alive trademarks. I'm sure you have no idea what Live Alive is.
I know what Love Live is.
No, that is not this. Live Alive is an old Super Nintendo RPG that they made that was kind of like a prototype Chrono Trigger, where basically you play through 6 time periods, like RPGs in 6 time periods. Like there's 6. It's sort of like, imagine, you know how on Kirby Superstar it's like 6 games that are completely separate?
Yeah.
It's like that, except they all come together at the end.
Okay.
So, like, you play through caveman times, you play through cowboy times, you play through generic RPG time, you play the far future. So it's sort of like that, where it's different settings that all kind of come together. It has almost like a Fire Emblem style combat. It's like Fire Emblem moving units around mixed with the RPG combat. So it's interesting. The fact that they're filing trademarks for it a bajillion years after anyone's ever thought or talked about this game. I'm mixing up my words a lot today.
You okay
I don't know why. I think I'm having a stroke.
It is hot outside today.
It is, and I was out pulling weeds yesterday, which wasn't fun. So it might be coming to the Super Nintendo Virtual, the Nintendo Online Classics, or a re-release. We'll have to see, because it's a weird one. That the fact that they're doing the trademarks for it around the world too means they're doing something with it. Next one. Studio BB starts hinting at the games that they're making, including sniping Square Enix members.
Wait, what?
Members.
You can't say anything.
I'm dying. I don't know why. Anyways, do you know who Studio BB is?
No, like a BB gun.
Type Moon Studio BB.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Oh, who's that, I wonder? Do you know who that is?
No.
Do you know who that sprite art is there?
Where did she go?
Well, she disappeared. So that's BB. From Fate.
Oh.
So it is a new game studio dedicated to making new Fate games. Which, yeah, like looking at the sprite art, like, oh my god, like that's beautiful sprite art. I love it. So they confirmed that they said, like, we're a new studio established by Type Moon. So they have two things right now that they're working on. A medium to large scale 3D games developed in collaboration with external developers and small scale 2D games developed in-house. So they basically said, look, we're making all the Fate stuff right now.
Okay.
They actually just announced there's a timer counting down on the website right now. Counting down towards the 10th anniversary of one of the Fate games. So a lot of people think like either they're going to announce a remake or a re-release because it's on the PSP, and like that game, nobody has a PSP anymore, so you got to be able to play it somehow. And it has an English site, so that's good. But the interesting thing is they took members from the Square Enix's Dragon Quest Builders team. So like, are we going to get Fate Minecraft? I might have to play it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they're starting to ramp up. Next one. I'm going to let you know, I misspelled the name of the first word here. Try and pronounce that, please.
Dabgabriboa.
That's supposed to be Danganronpa.
How?
Dabgabriboa. Games will be delisted from PSN. Get it while you can. So basically what's happening... What's wrong?
I'm trying to like match like how you like screwed that name up so
dude,
spectacular.
Dude, you're looking at the keyboard?
Yeah.
I basically missed N every time. I basically missed the N key every time. So basically, they're being delisted because they're changing who published them. They may be relisted later. Because they were published by NISA, Nipponichi Software USA, but they're made by Spike Chunsoft, and Spike Chunsoft actually released the HD 1 and 2, Ultra Despair Girls PS4.
Girls.
I know, I'm sorry, I just go with it. As well as the Steam releases. So the Steam stuff is fine, but the console versions and the Vita versions are being delisted. So like once they're gone, they're gone. If they re-release them, we'll see, but probably not. So it's just one of those things where, what are you looking at?
You're making a sound. It's like I thought someone's opening the door behind us.
No, there's no doors opening. So yeah, it's just the fact that if you want to get those versions, get it. Or don't. Just get them on PC or the HD collection. Those are probably the best ways. And plus, they're also being released on mobile, too. So, like, they're not going away. They're just losing one of the ways that they're out there. So, yeah.
Oh, well.
Next up, JoJo Last Survivor, the arcade game. Yoshikage Kira is coming in August, and a new Cairo map is being added in December.
Have you seen the gameplay?
I have not.
He looks so fun.
It does?
I like how I'm like talking about this game like I'm going to play it ever. But
there's a chance it could get a console version. It's always possible. I mean, it's
hopefully one day.
Totally possible. It could also be lost forever, like a lot of arcade games.
So his main ability, he can just make anything a bomb, any surface, including characters.
Which is really interesting for a battle royale.
Yeah. So he could like stick a bomb onto a character, and then they could go fight someone else, and he could detonate it and kill them both.
That's cool. That's cool, actually.
His super is Sure Heart Attack.
Of course it is.
Which looks incredibly overpowered because in the gameplay, he threw it. And he drove into the house, and literally the entire house exploded. All the windows.
That's rad. The Cairo map is interesting because normally, like, Battle Royales don't add maps.
Oh, PUBG does. Fortnite just completely
Fortnite nukes the map, so interesting.
So hopefully this means, like, we'll get Italy and, like, maybe, like, some not anime stuff, like part 6, 7, and 8.
Probably not, honestly. I think it'll be just there for the anime.
And
Maybe.
then, like, when part 6 happens, maybe they'll add, like, Green Dolphin Street.
That's usually what they do.
So, just let me play this game.
Yep. I mean, hey, I went to Japan and played the Fate arcade game, and that was really good for something that I'll never be able to touch again. I hope that gets a release, because that's another good one. Mm-hmm. At least something to do with it. Because they have 3D models of all these characters with full movesets. Like, come on, make a MUSOU. Okay, next up. Super Bomberman R Online is a game that's coming to Stadia first and is a 64-player Battle Royale Bomberman, which sounds really fun. Oh, and by the way, have you seen the characters that are in this?
No. Some of them. Like, there's, like, Snake and all that.
Yeah, well, this is even getting more. Super Bomberman R Online characters. There's some really cool ones. I don't know if... Okay, right here. Here's their R Online. So it has all, like, Konami characters, but you got stuff now like... you can barely see, but that's Richter. Richter Bomber. You have Alucard. You have, from Silent Hill, the bunny rabbit from it.
I honestly thought that was a Five Nights at Freddy's thing.
Nope. There's, like, all sorts of, like, costumes and customization, which is really cool for a 64-player Bomberman. I mean, right now it's only on the Switch, which sucks. I mean, sorry, the Stadia, which sucks. But they said it will be coming to other consoles later. So probably just as an update for the original. So let's see. Do they not have
probably have to go to guest characters.
Unique? Okay. So, well, these are some of the ones that are console exclusive, like Toro, the Ape Escape Monkey. You got a literal wrestler, Xavier Woods, Bubblehead. Oh, they don't even have them all here.
You have to go, like, to the other.
Oh, I guess. Let's see. You don't know. These are all, like, reference characters to stuff. Alucard. That's one of the ships from...
Star Soldier?
Gradius. Oh, okay. Well, Star Soldier there. There's a grunt from Halo.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Right? There's Naked Snake, Solid Snake, Bill and Lance from Contra, Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation, Master Chief, Peabody on Steam, Jay Hunty. You got Vic Viper. Like, it's like all these crazy characters. Look at Arbiter Bomber.
That's cool.
He's so cool. Raiden. And Raiden has both costumes for Rising and Metal Gear Solid 4. Goemon, Dracula, Simon Belmont, Pyramid Head. Like, there's all these...
That's cool.
It's the most Konami fan service we're gonna get for any other game ever, which is a damn shame. But yeah, it'll come to the Switch later, they said. Next up, there was the DLC announcement of the next Pirate Warriors 4 character. I think the first pack actually came out today. It just shadow dropped, so okay. It's Deez Drake. He's the guy... Funny. He's the guy that when we went to go see the One Piece movie in theaters, you're like, yo, is that Diego Brando? The guy who turns into a big-ass dinosaur?
X-Drake.
It's pronounced Deez Drake because he's Spanish. So yeah, he's that guy, but he turns into an Allosaurus, meaning that, guess what? T-Rex MUSOU, T-Rex MUSOU, T-Rex MUSOU, T-Rex MUSOU!
There you go.
He was one that I was like, because he was announced as an NPC in the game. I'm like, that sucks. I wanted to play as a T-Rex and a MUSOU. It's here. It's happening. We do it. Cool. Last couple here. Now we're on to some a show and then a thing. Netflix's Dragon's Dogma anime is 1 happening, and 2 is CGI. I don't know why Dragon's Dogma, the Capcom game, is getting an anime, but sure. But also it's CGI and looks kind of...
Yeah, people are freaking out about this.
Well, people love Dragon's Dogma. But it's like Dark Souls meets Devil May Cry. Which...
It's cool. That's cool.
It's fine. From what I've played of it, which is a little bit, it's fine. It's not anything amazing. It's very generic fantasy, so it's like not my big cup of tea. But sure. And finally... that Lego NES is sick.
Also expensive.
It's about the price of a regular Lego set of that size. $220. Dude.
It's way overpriced.
I'm going to let you know.
Way overpriced.
That's what Lego prices are.
I know, and it's way overpriced.
It's what they are. But the actual thing that happens with it, where like you rotate the screen and Mario will jump on his own for it.
And like if you put like the Lego Mario on
then
top.
And then there's the thing where if you put the Lego Mario on top, it will play the sounds too. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of really cool stuff. And I do like the fact that it comes with a CRT, a Lego CRT. That's really cool. I like that.
If we were kids, like this would be the hypest thing ever.
It's not. It's not for kids. Didn't you see the on the box?
No, I don't.
It says 18 plus on the box. What the hell? Dude, that Lego's for adults.
Okay.
That Lego is basically porn. It's 18 plus.
And that's where we'll end the first half of the podcast.
That's where we end the first half of the podcast. When we come back, foreign exchange time, we'll be talking about Doom Eternal and Promare. That's the Italian way of saying Promare.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We'll do our next foreign exchange. We got some questions, and then we're going into the spoiler talk. And boy, do we have some stuff to talk about with the JoJo spoilers, because I've caught up, and oh my god, there's some stuff to talk about. So we will get to that after our break. See you guys in a second. Ciao.
Quincha.
유발레 가에 사바나레 말레 디라히 주마기 가노샤나 마할리 유발레 가에 사바나레 말레 디라히 주마기 가노샤나
Well, we're back. You know, Adrian, I'm in the mood for something.
Oh God.
I'm in the mood for big, huge guts. I just want to rip and tear.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get the big, huge guts?
Oh yeah, no, I did. I was thinking of something else. I thought you were like going right into like the next foreign exchange. I'm like, no.
What? No, what? What? No, what? What big,
reminded me
huge
of
guts?
Berserk.
No, God, no. Well, I mean, I do want big, huge guts from that. Like, just... Sorry, that was the Japanese Doritos I just ate coming up. Which weren't bad.
Oh, we're good.
They were mild salt, which just tasted like a corn chip. No.
Doom. Eternal.
Doot
Eternal.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
So did you get the cosplay stuff?
I have to redeem it on Twitch, but no, I didn't.
You
I
should
only
get
got I only got the unicorn one.
Go get it. It looks cool. It's right now. That's the one right now. It's the cosplay. Okay. Well, not right now, but I mean, get it.
Well, you're going to be talking about it, so I might as well just like sneak it
Anyways, we did a foreign exchange. I played Doom Eternal.
Did we do a foreign exchange?
Yeah, we did.
It's like our main segment. Of course we did one.
Yeah, and what did you watch?
It's like a bad anime movie.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Promare was good.
Yes. Well, we'll get to your opinions. But first off, I played Doom Eternal.
You did.
Let me just say, wow.
Wow.
That game is a marked improvement over the first.
You remember when you played the first one?
Yes. That is really good. It is a fun game.
Yes, it is.
It is really nice, and I know I didn't unlock all the combat features that I know you wanted me to, but the vacation was coming up and I was running out of time. But even just from what I got to, boy, how can I put it? The gameplay cycle of shoot,
The loop.
the gameplay loop. Yeah. Shoot, chainsaw, flamethrower, mod.
There's so much to keep your mind on.
So much, and you figure out stuff that you like, right? Like I love the grenades. I love those super sticky grenades that you can pop on dudes and just watch them pop up like little fireworks, right? The story...
Oh, you skipped a bunch of it, so...
Well, I have no clue what's... Well, no, because I watched multiple times the opening cutscene, so I knew what was going on there. But then after that, I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little interested, but...
It is a lot of, like, lore bites. Like, the stuff you picked up, you needed to read that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? So, and again, it's like... we talked about this early on when you first got the game. The idea was that the original Doom reboot was pretty much Doom guy saying, screw the story. He would, like, stop people from telling him the story to go out and do it, and a lot of people loved that.
Well, now that he's, like, getting into more, like, grand stuff.
Yeah. So then they kind of doubled back and were like, okay, no, we need to actually do story, which, personally, I kind of like Doom guy just being like, screw your exposition, I will kill. Which I kind of like that.
Well, the stuff that's... Like, he needs stuff from that betrayer guy. And as these people are talking, he's getting stuff ready. He's not, like, just standing there.
It's true, yeah. That is true.
So
it's just a bit of a difference there. Apparently, I've been told that at one point in the story, he does talk. Which is weird to think.
Very weird.
But sure. Yeah, so, but in general, like, that doesn't matter. I'm not talking about the story of Doom Eternal. I'm talking about that gameplay. Number one, the environments are so much nicer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so much nicer.
We even haven't seen them all.
I know, because, like, well, just even the beginning of... Because you only really have three environments in the original Doom. You had Mars outside, factory inside...
And hell.
Yeah. And that's it, right? Where in this, you go through a couple different ones, and they are quite different.
Just like color palette wise, too.
That's a big thing. The color palette being different is really good. I also loved how everything was way more, even more, like, classic video gamey. Those potions are bright blue.
Oh, yeah.
Your
ammo's, like,
ammo's big and huge, right? I love... Because I liked in old games where power-ups and items were big, stupid, giant spinning things. And that's what they are here. And it's unashamed. It's like there's a spinning Doom Guy helmet. That's your one-up. There's one-ups.
Yeah.
And one-ups are like a free life refill pretty much. Like, that's a cool concept, right? So there's a lot here that I'm like, this
It's very
is
much
cool.
more gamey, which people don't like. It's like, oh, you should have been more serious, or...
See, and that's the thing. I don't, like, for the story, I don't want it to be more serious. And for the gameplay, I don't want it to be more serious. I want it to do that crazy, just go. It's a game. That arcade sound is awesome when you get that arcade for the blood punch.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, I love that.
And there's like back to the story, there's like stuff at the end of the game, near the end of the game, that suggests like he's going up against like creation itself.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure.
excited to see what that all goes down.
Would you think that'll be in the DLC or another game?
Another game.
Okay.
Like, that's like big stuff.
Because
not
there's
just,
story DLC coming, which is
eventually.
like, which we don't know what that's going to be, right? So hopefully it lets you pilot one of those giant robots.
yeah,
Because
you were like mad.
I've been told that you can't, and I'm like, come on, if you're going to put a giant Doom Guy shaped robot, at least let me play as the giant Doom Guy shaped robot.
That's, what's the phrase called? Like the literary... Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
It's like, it's there. There's like that huge door in your base.
Yeah.
That you, like, you thought you... That's like in front of his room, you know?
Yeah.
That's like that huge door. I'm like, that's got to open. Because like right behind it is that big giant suit of armor. So.
Yeah, so I feel like that might be the DLC then, right? So we'll have to see.
What was your favorite weapon that you used?
The sticky grenades.
No, like gun.
Well, no, like the gun, the sticky grenades mod for the gun.
Oh, I thought you were just thinking like the thing that comes out of the shoulder.
Those ones were okay, but I like the ones that you shoot it on, and it's the sticky one. It's like one of your first weapons you get, and it's like it's still good, right? The actual weapon upgrading was interesting, where like you had like mini objectives in each level that like every time you fill in one, you got a point of upgrade. So they wanted you to go and explore and find the secrets and explore and do all the battles, right?
Lots of more platforming in this game too.
Yeah, which I actually enjoyed. I died a couple times, but I don't care. It was still fun. I kind of liked it. It changed up the pace a bit. It was a good game. I really enjoy it.
What do you think of the music? If you heard it at all?
I mean, well, of course I did. It's Mick going nuts, and it's a damn shame he won't be brought back.
It sucks.
It sucks, and people are like, well, it was Mick's fault. And I'm like...
It was on both sides in this case.
It is definitely both sides. Yeah. But at the same time, when you got talent like Mick...
You don't waste that.
If he needs a bit more time...
You give him...
Give him a bit more time.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Right? And don't master his music for him. Give him the time to do it himself. Like, come on. Right? So I'm definitely a bit more on his side for that, because it's like, they're like, oh, we gotta do it. It's like, well, but he's an artist, and you're kind of pulling him in, right? So, and I mean, I guess you could say, well, it was his contract, blah, 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 but I don't care. I think he'll eventually be brought back for the next game after they've settled matters a bit, but we'll have to see.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Other than that, I would definitely be interested in playing a bit of that mode where you play as the other demons, because that'd be kind of interesting. I didn't get a chance to.
The online mode, yeah.
I do find it weird that there's all sorts of... Is there an actual multiplayer, like, deathmatch style?
No, they took that out.
So then what is the point of the costumes, really?
For, like, Doom Guy?
Yeah.
You can play as Doom Guy in those matches. Because it's...
Oh, you can.
One side is Doom Guy, and the other side is two demons that you can play as, and
you
have to kill each other.
Wait, they don't invade story mode?
They do that too.
Oh, that.
Additional...
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, never mind. Okay, that's cool. All right, I thought it was okay. Yeah. Sick. No,
That's pretty fun too.
It's awesome. It's a damn great game. I was shocked at how much I enjoyed it.
And now you see why I want him in Smash.
Oh, absolutely, and I agree. I think it'd be awesome now. Like, absolutely.
Yeah. My turn?
Your turn.
So I watched Promare.
Yep.
We all watched Promare.
Yeah, we watched it on our vacation together. Trying to hook it up to the TV was fun, because trying to get that going. But then I got it. Brought my blah 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 blah. I'm dying today.
I thought you were gonna get better.
Brought my
Broth.
laptop. Stop changing the words. Brought my laptop.
There you go.
And,
That's a bit weird to say.
Right? Plugged it into the TV there, and even though we watched only the DVD, it's still like...
I couldn't even tell.
Right?
I couldn't tell it was DVD.
Right? And there's a Blu-ray too. Whoa.
Yeah, it was amazing. I really liked it. I liked the characters, the world.
So do you agree that it is just an entire anime season as a movie?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right? Where it's just like you're introduced to these characters, and then here's conflict 1, here's conflict 2.
Mm-hmm.
Get going.
Yeah. The colors were amazing.
Oh.
Like the animation, I'm like, whoo.
It's like Trigger knows how to make... They might not make good stories at times, but
that's what I was going to say.
They make good characters, good action, and good, like, just visuals. Enough that I don't care that the story's bad.
The instant the big buff dude leader, he came out and oh, he's the bad guy. It's like, it was predictable, like who the villain was going to be.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it doesn't take too long to confirm it either, at least.
Yeah.
Right.
What else? The music, I don't know. The music didn't really like catch me.
Dude, the music.
But probably if I like listened to it on its own, I'd like it.
I was marking out at the music. The theme of when Leo turns into the dragon there.
That was a stand-up moment, yeah.
Yeah, and like you just see like all like it's like all sketchy, and like you see the explosions happening, and he's just so mad he turns into a dragon.
Also like the how, spoilers now, like how it it's actually aliens and like from another dimension.
So a lot of people freaking hate that because
Really?
almost every Trigger property ends with surprise it was aliens. In episode about 12 of Kill la Kill, it's revealed, you know those clothes that you wear? They're actually aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all the time, people are like, Trigger, please stop with the aliens. At least for this one, because this felt kind of like a celebration of a lot of Trigger's work. It was like, okay, well, yeah, they're going to reference it because it is what they do, right?
Yeah. What is there anything else you want to ask me?
I'm
not as good as
let's see here.
Stitching together my thoughts.
It's also different with a movie because like it's passive. You can't say much about the act of doing it. I don't know. Okay, well let's talk about what about the main character? Gallo.
Yeah, he was cool.
Right? Hot-blooded, stupid firefighter dude.
Yeah, he was funny too. Who's he voiced by again?
Josuke.
Josuke, yeah.
Yeah, he was English dubbed Josuke.
I could definitely hear Josuke.
Oh, absolutely. You can super hear it.
Yeah. Then Leo.
Leo there.
The dude who I thought was a girl.
Dude, I'm going to let you know. Don't worry. Totally also. Until he opened his mouth and it was Johnny Young Bosch. And I'm like, no, that Johnny wouldn't do a girl. That's that. Yeah.
I like him. I think he's my favorite character in the movie.
Oh, yeah. He's the one with the most depth for sure.
Yeah. And I love character depth and love what they do ties into their motivations and how that changes.
One of the things that I kind of think is like, yeah, it's like the other firefighters get very little.
Oh yeah,
very little.
The splash screens. I'm like, oh, maybe they're going to be like main characters.
They totally
kind of just go away.
They kind of go. Aside from the girl whose name is I don't remember, and it's just the girl, who is set up as a love interest and then promptly dropped.
Oh yeah. Then there's like the Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Giant robots.
I love the fact that he calls it the Deus Ex Machina. It's so good. Like, when I watched this in theaters, we were dying laughing. Because for those of you who don't know, a Deus Ex Machina is a contrivance in a movie where suddenly a new object is introduced that can solve the plot. And literally that's what happens. Literally, the character's like, surprise, I have a giant robot for you. We call it the Deus Ex Machina. So good. That's just an advertisement for it I got. Not even from the DVD. It was just another advertisement I got.
Do you have the steelbook?
I don't have the steelbook because I literally just picked it up at Walmart. Like, I was at Walmart and I saw Promare and I'm like, holy shit, Promare at Walmart. And I had to pick it up because it's Promare and I love that movie. One thing that we didn't watch but is on the Blu-ray is there's actually 2 short movies that are also included called Side Gallo and Side Leo, which are basically prequel movies, kind of explaining a few things about them. They're canon, but they're not like anything major. It's just like, kind of how they got there in a bit more detail.
Okay.
So it is a neat thing, but it's just something we didn't watch.
Okay.
God, yeah, the music, the visuals, the ending is ridiculous.
Oh, I don't think it reached Dragon Ball Z levels though for me.
Okay,
Like
that's
they
fair.
literally destroyed reality for a second.
That's true.
You can't
That
go.
is true. You're right. You're right.
You can't go more than that.
They
like
the one point in Dragon Ball Z where
Okay,
they
but
just
still, it's
destroyed reality was kind of a high point. You're absolutely
But when they
right.
did like set fire to the entire galaxy, that was like, okay, this is kind of cool.
Just like this giant planet-sized robot, and it's like, yeah, I love it. I love Trigger.
Yeah, that was cool. The finale was awesome.
Oh, it's so worth it, and it's even worth it on rewatch.
Like even the quiet moments where they're on that lake, and I love how it came back to it was actually the hidden base and all
Yeah.
that. I love the details like that.
And one thing I just love about Trigger is their idea that, like, when they're skating on the lake, there's like 3 frames of animation. Because it's a moment that doesn't need animation. But when those fights happen, though, the 360 stuff is so good, right?
Yeah.
I think for me, it was my favorite experience watching a movie in theaters. Just
Really?
because every time some new anime bullshit thing happened, like everyone would mark out. Dragon Ball is probably equal to it though. Dragon Ball was a great time in the theater with people just being like, yo, and, marking out. But that one was just, I just remember when the chief there is like, this is called the Genocide Razor, and everyone in the audience is like, of course it is.
Yeah, it was definitely really good. I liked it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy. That was one that I definitely, as soon as I saw it in theaters, I'm like, I need to show you this one time. I was waiting for the release.
Cool.
Okay.
This is epic.
This is it. So, next foreign exchange.
What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Are you going first or am I?
You go first.
Like I'm going. You're giving
Tell-
yours to me.
No. You tell me what you're gonna give me first.
Okay, it's a video game.
It's a video game, okay?
Okay. Yes.
System?
PlayStation.
PlayStation 4?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a first-person game?
No.
Okay. Does it involve jumping?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
Is it photorealistic art style?
No.
Okay. Is it feature a mascot character?
Yes.
Okay. Does it feature... Are they orange?
Yes.
Ratchet and Clank?
No.
Oh! Cash Banuka?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cash Banuka!
But which one?
I mean, it's a collection.
No, it's not.
What? The kart racing game?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
gonna give you a CTR.
Okay. All right. I
It's really fun.
Sure.
I want you to play like some of the story mode, some of the just the basic. Maybe try playing all the tracks
Sure.
because like the Spyro one's in there now.
Were they just free updates?
Yeah, they
So-
just add the tracks.
So if I didn't get Spyro by playing in the circuit, would I not be able to unlock him?
you should ask Tech that because he knows all about that game.
Okay, I'll ask him that because I would want to play as, and that's one of the things that turned me off from it. Whereas there's like timed exclusive events. If you missed it, it's gone. I'm like,
But it could
I
be
hate
also
that.
be a thing where they like Monster Hunter, where they like have it and then it goes away for a bit, but it comes back. There's another example. What am I thinking of? That they add it later. They have it as an event, but they bring it back later as a permanent thing. Oh, I had it in the tip of my tongue. I play this game all the time.
Smashes.
Oh yeah, Smash the
Spirits?
Spirits. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to see,
That type
right?
of thing, yeah.
We'll have to see because there's a lot of stuff where it's like, man, I would have liked to play that, but
But the map, the racetracks are all there.
awesome,
Yeah.
perfect, that's good. Okay,
Okay.
so now this one I was like, I wanted to give it to you, and then I was like, I don't know if you'd be 100% for it, but I think you would like to at least try it.
Is it a game?
It is a game.
Is it a game I can play without having any external help?
No.
See, that's a bit iffy.
Now, it is one that you can play with an HDMI though.
So I could plug it into the PC monitor?
Yeah.
Is it what console?
PS2.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so now
Potentially.
you have a choice of 2 games though.
Oh,
Because one is if you're interested in trying something early, or one is if you're
I
not.
know exactly what you're talking about.
So,
Should I try it before the
so that's the
remaster?
thing. It's like it's a year away.
Yeah, so probably.
So you'll probably forget it. However, if you don't, I do have a backup. And I do, like I said, I have an HDMI modded PS2, so you'll just be able to plug it in.
So if I put
play
like 2 hours into it, would I get enough to talk about it coherently?
I'd say so.
Okay. See, this is why I'm never going to give you Last of Us 2, because the first part of that game, it's so boring.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Well, I mean, this is a PS2 game. PS2 games usually have quick intros, right?
Yeah.
So it's your choice. If you would like to, we could. And if not, I do have backup.
So I'll take the SMT3.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work out, I'll let you know, and then you give
me
the
and then we'll just we'll announce it on the Twitter and stuff. So yeah, sounds good. Cool. I'll give you Nocturne to try out. So like I said, I'll just give you my PS2 with my HDMI
and
cable.
it's a super tiny thing, right?
Oh god, it's literally right here. Like it's tiny. It's super small. It's small. It has a HDMI cable that just plugs in. Like the only thing is, and so it's like, I got an HDMI mod for my PS2, and it's like, here's the concession. It takes up a USB slot because it takes power from one of the USBs. And it's like there's one on it, so it's like it's fine. Okay. I'll give you a controller and a memory card and all that. So cool. Yeah, okay.
So, Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled,
and Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to try it. Right as they announced it.
That's what I thought, right?
I've always wanted to try SMT.
To at least give it a try. And the nice thing is, it's one of those RPGs, which are my favorite. It's sort of like starting a new Pokemon game, because you can start it, and the next time you play, it'll be completely different if you pick a different team. So it's fine to start over, because you can try it again with a new play style. Okay. And just note, this is the version with Dante. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You won't get to Dante. You'll see him in the opening movie, but you won't actually get to him.
Okay, no problem.
So, all right.
Cool.
Beans.
Mighty Beans
are on the scene. Mighty Beans. They're really something when they're jumping.
Did you have those as a kid?
Dude, I had a ton of Mighty Beans.
I had like a whole thing of it.
I had a bean-shaped container.
Me
full
too.
Of Mighty Beans. Yeah,
that thing. Yeah,
dude. I had some Marvel ones, and then I had some Pokemon ones. I had
Groudon Pokemon ones.
Yeah, they had Pokemon ones.
I don't even remember.
Dude, there was Pokemon Mighty Beans, and I had Groudon. It was so hype.
I don't remember like what kinds I've had.
Dude.
Did you get like the racetracks for them too?
I didn't get the racetracks.
Oh, I got some of them.
See, this is the bean container that I had.
Yeah, me too. I had the exact same thing.
Yeah, and then do they have Groudon? They don't, because I had Groudon. Yeah, there it is. Groudon. I had Groudon. I was like, yo, I have a legendary Pokemon bean.
You're just typing Mighty Beans. I want to see if like my nostalgia can hit here.
There was like, yeah, okay, so these were like the shorter ones, because there's some with different shapes.
These are like the recent ones.
Yeah.
The lame ones.
Those are the originals. Yeah, like Wolverine there. Like I had some Marvel ones.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to type in Mighty Beans.
I remember going to like Toys R Us and getting like a crap ton of them.
Let's click rare Mighty Beans. Wow, there were Simpsons Mighty Beans? Dude, you need to get those for your roommate. Just go to eBay and get him a bunch of them. or get a bunch and just open them up and place them in the house.
I'm gonna check.
Why is there Homer Beans everywhere? Homie, I'm a bean, homie. Okay, well, let's actually transition back to the podcast there. We're on the question period. Let's see here. Looking on Amazon for Simpsons Mighty Beans.
They're not on here.
You might need to check eBay actually, because they're old. They're not new. See how much they go for.
Mighty Beans. $40.
40
plus
bucks.
$25 shipping.
Oh.
No thanks.
Yeah, no, that too much for a joke. Or you could buy the individual ones.
With $15 shipping.
Oh my god. Well, here's the thing. If you order from the same place, the shipping gets combined. So it'd be $15 for, like, if you buy all of them, it would still be $15 shipping.
That's $27 here.
We're seriously looking up Mighty Bean prices. Sick. Okay, so, like I said, it's question and answer time. So,
An answer?
Yeah, well, we give the answers.
Right.
So for these, we got a few questions. The first one here comes from Mauricio. So his first question asks, what was the most tiresome customer service call you've done to order something, return, or exchange? I've never done a customer service call.
Really?
I can't say I have.
Like if you want to return something? Like even if it's like food. Like
No.
some wrong order or something.
So, okay, I'm very laissez-faire about stuff.
Oh, me too.
I'm very much like, if I get the wrong food, I'll be like, guess I'm eating this now. If I buy something and it doesn't work, honestly, I'm just like, I'll accept the loss. It's honestly...
But what if it's like a malfunction plate or like a console?
I've never had that. If it did, I would do that, but I've never had some... Actually, okay.
But you also not like yell at the...
No, God, no. Okay, so here's the closest example I can give. I bought... originally, like when I got a Nintendo DS, I got a bundle that was supposed to include a game. I forget what game. Oh, Mario Kart DS. I had a bundle that was supposed to come with Mario Kart DS, and when I opened the box, there was no Mario Kart DS. It had the empty sleeve, and there was no copy of it.
Oh.
So we brought it back to the Toys R Us that my grandma got it for me at Christmas, and they were just like, oh, yeah, no Mario Kart DS. So they just grabbed another copy off the shelf and gave it to me. So that was the most tiresome like we had to explain a bit, like, you know, we opened it, it wasn't there. Like, we're honest, it's not there, you know, and they eventually just said, okay, we'll get you a copy.
Cool.
So that was about it. Honestly, yeah, no, I haven't done a ton of that. Like, the worst, probably, okay, to order something. The most difficult thing I've ordered in was one of the Digivices from Japan. And the only reason for that is because I needed to use a forwarding service. So it's like, it doesn't ship directly to Canada. So I needed to ship it to the US, to a forwarding company. And that company is like literally just a company that receives packages to then they ship it out to other places. And it was just like, it took like 3 months for something that shouldn't have. So otherwise, I don't know. I don't deal with customer service too much, so.
I'd hate to be a customer service.
Oh, it'd be the worst.
Oh, I already hate people.
Like,
That would make
I'm
it
gonna be
even
honest.
worse.
This whole situation with the masks and stuff really shows me that the world is full of absolute idiots.
Oh yeah.
Like, I had for a while faith in humanity, at least to the point where I thought the average person should be at least of average intelligence. But it really doesn't feel that way. When you have these people being like, I wear the mask and it hurts my breathing. It's like, there's people who wear it all day.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Well, don't actually, because you'd go into your throat and that'd be bad.
Yeah.
But like just accept it. You know? I don't know.
It infractures against their freedom of speech.
Can I
and
say,
rights.
the worst F word in the world is freedom. And the fact that...
Are we getting political?
I'm going to get political here for a second.
Okay.
It's okay. Direct all hate towards me personally at Tanner of the North on Twitter. So, the United States deciding to base their country on the concept of freedom was the stupidest move ever. And here's why. That concept is so vague that people can be like, well, it's my freedom to shoot you. It's my freedom to hate you. It's my freedom to be selfish. It's my freedom to, drag your dog onto my property and shoot it because it's on my property. Them deciding to spec into freedom as their first skill really set them up for failure. So I'm playing in Fate right now.
Of course, everything ties to fate.
I'm playing.
It's like, oh, for God's sake.
I'm playing in Fate right now, a campaign which is set in the year before America was created. It is set during the
How do you do it?
The Civil War. And at this point, I'm sort of thinking to myself, do we have to save them? Wouldn't it be better for a do-over? Although the only problem is it's an altered Civil War. Instead of the North versus the South, it's East versus West, and the West are the Irish. The Irish are attacking. Yeah. You remember...
How does that even make sense?
Remember Diarmid O'Dubney? Do you remember Lancer from Big Zero? Yeah, he's there. And he's like, I am going to kill all the Americans, because he's Irish. Yeah, so it's the Irish fighting the Americans. Also, Thomas Edison is there, and he is the Prezi King of the United States.
I like how you started out real serious about real world issues, but then you say that at the end.
But what I'm saying is, they screwed up from the get-go, from day one. That concept of freedom means they can say, I am free to do whatever I want, which is stupid. Anyways, so King Arthur...
No.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Question 2.
I don't even remember how we got there. Anyways, what is a game you like that you consider jank?
Like how jank? Like skip a lot of the game or...
Oh, I see jank as just being like...
So like every Western game you play.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. But what I'll give you my example. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Those games are jank. Those games are...
What does jank mean in this case?
I think of it as not technically, but like jank is a feeling. It's hard to describe because jank can be good. I'd argue MUSOU games are kind of jank, where it's like...
I still don't know what you mean though.
Okay, here's an example. The Witcher is jank. The Witcher game. Like things start just off. Yeah. It's a little jank. Things are just a bit off.
So, like, would you say Skyrim's jank?
Skyrim is mega jank.
Okay. I guess that's my answer. Skyrim. I like that game.
Jank.
I like how just even
like... Yeah, because broken is definitely a part of jank.
Yeah.
Right? When you can play something and just demolish it.
So like, the first Uncharted.
Here's an example. I love the fact that when you're playing well in a MUSOU, you can play so fast the console can't keep up and it just kills the frame rate. I love that. I love the fact that I can make my PS3 scream when I play one of them, right? Mm-hmm. Or here's an example, Superliminal that just came out.
Oh, yeah.
You can crash it on every version because you can literally create... Because you can spawn a house. And in that house, you can put a house. And in that house, you can put a house. And then as you make them bigger, the houses have more houses, and more houses have more houses, and you literally crash the game. Like, that's jank. The ability to crash a game means it's a bit jank. Like, I'd say Mario Odyssey, no jank there. Mm-hmm. That's a smooth experience. Breath of the Wild has a little bit of jank, but not that much.
Okay.
You know,
I know what you mean
Twilight Princess? No jank. No jank. That's a nice one. Mario Sunshine, oh boy, there's some jank, right? Mario 64, no jank. That's a solid one.
So, Little Big Planet 3 was mega jank.
Yeah.
When it came out then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd argue all Little Big Planet games have at least a bit of jank.
Yeah, because like the stuff you can do.
Here's an example.
The freedom you have.
But even just like the way the jumping and the plane moving works.
Yeah,
it's a bit jank because sometimes it's not right. Sometimes you'll be on the wrong layer. Sometimes your jump will not go far enough, right?
Yeah,
so that's what we're talking about.
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet, definitely a bit of jank. Mod Nation Racers, there's some jank, but that's a good jank, right?
I'd say PlayStation Home's jank.
PlayStation Home, I don't know if I would call it jank. It's a bit too rigid to be jank.
Okay.
I miss PlayStation Home though.
Oh, so do I.
Dude, there was
I miss that whole era of PlayStation.
There was a couple maps there that you would go to and it would be like dead. Like no one else there but you. Like,
that. I like that in those online games. Just go there by yourself.
There was one of them that was an online, or not online, but like a Japanese festival. It was the IREM festival. It was like a company, and you'd go there and there's like all these Japanese festival games. But like being there at night in like this Japanese festival, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah, my answer is Little Big Planet.
All right, well, he gives some examples here. Deadly Premonition 1, that gank is...
That gank?
That game is jank to all meme, but it was playable. Unlike 2, where because in the second one, yeah, it's the game's at like 12 FPS. They said that they're working to at least make it playable.
That's good.
Okay. Let's actually scroll down here for the next question. Was there a game or movie you liked but didn't get the time to get into and just watched a Let's Play or YouTubed all the cutscenes?
Honestly, I want to do that with Eyes of Heaven. Because that game's just not fun to play. But I want to know what happens.
Yeah, do it. I do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, someone here has let's play that game twice.
Well, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll watch yours.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
I didn't know that.
I did it twice. I did it in Japanese and then I did it in English.
Okay, yeah. I'll watch yours then.
Yeah, you can do that.
For something else, I like, even if there's like almost no chance of me playing it, I like to like just not, I guess it's because I'm not interested enough, but
I usually don't watch Let's Plays of games. I don't know. Well,
it's usually
not true.
You do that as a kid since you couldn't like afford it, right?
Not necessarily. There's some games that I like barely care about. So I'm like, if I see a Let's Play in my thing, I'll be like, sure, I'll watch it. But
well, you kind of did that with Death Stranding.
I did do well. I only did that a bit.
Well, no, we watched the entire summary of the game.
Yeah, the summary. That's different. But that's
you mean Let's Play?
I guess that's different because that's
Okay, so
that's the same because that's like a YouTube of all the cutscenes. So you're right. That does
I watch
count.
a lot of Vinny, so there's probably a few games that I haven't played, but I watched him play.
Yeah, he does some good stuff there with that. I think Vinny's one of the ones that I'll be most likely to just pick up a random playthrough of because he's just fun to pick up and watch whatever he's playing. For the most part, I don't do that a lot for games I don't know, but what I do is I'll watch speedruns of them.
Oh, okay.
I do like watching speedruns, mostly because it lets me super cut it, kind of.
You should watch speedrun of Uncharted 1 and just see how broken that game is.
I looked at it a bit. After I played it. It's nuts.
Yeah.
There's some, like, honestly, because if something I really like about speedruns is it really shows you, like, the ceiling of the game. Mm-hmm. It shows you, like, how nuts can you go, which I kind of like.
Yeah. Did you get to the part where, like, he skips to, like, the fortress?
Oh, yeah.
Like, right away?
Oh, yeah, right away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nuts. It's so good.
So, what would you say your answer is?
Oh, I guess, you know what? Some of the PSP Metal Gear games. I did that for that, because I'm not going to...
I think I did that. Yeah, I did. Because I was catching up for 5.
I think you did that on Peace Walker.
Yeah. When I got to the helicopter fight, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to finish or catch up by the time if I keep going like this.
Yeah.
So, that's what I did.
That works, because those are just movies anyways.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, thank you guys. Next time. P.S. Have you heard a show called What We Do in the Shadows?
Apparently it's really good.
I've heard of it. And that's it.
My roommates, they watched a bit of it and they love it, so.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, I don't even know where to watch it. Cool. Okay. Last question here comes from Kirby. Good morning, afternoon, night. I'd say it's afternoon now. Adrian and Tanner, it's Kirby. I'm really happy to hear that you enjoyed your camping trip, and I'm also really happy that you two watched Promare. It's one of my favorite movies ever. My question this week is, what is the most valuable piece of merchandise you own? This could be figure, poster, autograph, limited edition, etc. Mine is probably my Kirby Planet Robobot, which I pre-ordered for $80 a couple years back. I just checked now, and it's about $130 to $200 on eBay. Yep, that's Nendoroids for you. Thanks for answering my question. Hope you two have a good rest of your day.
My signed gold Mario amiibo. Still in package.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
By Charles Martinet himself.
Still in package. That's really good. You're right.
Yeah. It has my name on it, but
it
has a signature
also has
on it.
Sentimental value, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay. For stuff...
Maybe like my Master Sword. That's an actual sword if you sharpen it.
True.
So
True.
I don't have that at my apartment. It's at my parents' still.
Okay.
I didn't think I needed to bring it.
Not really, no.
What about you? You definitely have a wide array of...
So, my most valuable thing...
Yeah, I want to know this too.
For one, the most thing is not actually here yet. That one will be coming
those
later.
3 Fate figure things?
That 3 Fate figure statue, which is going to be amazing. It's actually going to go right at the top of the Fate Shrine. I'm going to take those ones down there. So that one is expensive. Now? So now, in terms of rarity, 100% those Kingdom Hearts storyboards.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are one of a kind. Those are the storyboards for a lost Kingdom Hearts cartoon. It never came out. I have
those are one of a kind, right?
One of a kind.
Oh.
I have the only Bobby Hill Sora loss.
What about those?
Those are well, there's actually doubles of those.
Okay.
Because sometimes for cells, they'll do 2 of them, because if one of them has a little error or if one of them didn't come out 100% right. So there's actually 2 of them each.
Oh, okay.
So he's talking about my JoJo OVA cells. I do
Those
have...
are JoJo?
That's Polnareff and Vanilla Ice.
God, it is.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's Polnareff and Vanilla Ice.
The bottom guy, it doesn't look like Vanilla Ice at the bottom.
That's what the OVA was like.
I haven't watched it, so.
So yeah, those are cells there. So they're pretty.
How did I not know that was JoJo? That's Polnareff.
Yeah, that is Polnareff up there. He's ripped, dude. Otherwise,
What's your more like figure-wise?
Figure-wise, I'm just trying to think here. Probably the most expensive one I got. I mean, I could just look it up on my purchase history. Could do that. Let me see here.
See if I've.
Because I'm just trying to think. Go to my account, my order history.
There's probably a few issues of Walking Dead I have that are pretty. That are going to be rare. Like that first print of the final issue, that's going to be popular.
Let's go view all orders in 2017, 2018, 2019. Even though I've been going longer than that. Let's see here. What was this one that was $150? Oh, that was my sister's gift, so that's why. Yeah, don't say all that Love Live stuff. That's for my sister. Actually, I'd say it's not really one thing, but that set of Mega Man 4-inch Nell figures, those are actually pretty expensive each. They're about $60 to $70 each, which is a lot considering I have all of them there. But that's like kind of an all of them thing. I don't know actually. Because
I'm in my room right now trying to like look at the stuff I have.
Because for me, they're not. I don't have anything crazy expensive. The first crazy expensive thing I got is that Fate thing that's coming later on, right? The rest of them are pretty standard. Like I have Nendoroids, which most of them, because I order them right from Japan, so they're not too bad. Right from Japan, they're like $40 to $50. Same with the Figmas there. The only time I bought one that's really expensive is I think my Pit Figma, because I got him used from America, which was I think like $100 because markup from that. Little did I know you can just get them from Japan way cheaper, you know, which sucks because I didn't know that at the time. It's wild how ordering things from Japan is just so much cheaper, right? So
yeah, there's probably just a bunch of box amiibo I have that are pretty up there. Like I haven't seen that Solar amiibo since launch.
Not either. You're right.
And it's boxed.
See if I can go all the way back. I don't know. I don't buy like I mean I meme about getting really expensive stuff, but like honestly, most of them aren't too bad. And I'll buy like 3 of them, right? Like, you know, Lucario, $31, whatever. You know, I'll buy Lucina, $52. That's like not much for that. Yeah.
We got some answers.
I think we got some answers. I mean, my big thing is again the Fate statue that's like massive and will be coming later on. I think is more expensive than I would like to admit. Hey. All right. So that's the last question then. So, yeah, we're donezo.
Whoa, epic.
Whoa. So here's the deal. We're gonna be doing some spoiler talk.
Yes.
You have The Last of Us Part 2. We both have Jojolion 99
and 98. Since
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But the big thing is 99.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be talking about that. If you're not interested, I will say sayonara to you now.
We're going to start with Last of Us, I think.
I think so, too. Yeah. I feel like less people care about that.
Yes.
So, next time we'll be back with Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne and Crash Team Racing. And, any final comments? Anything you're looking forward to?
There's not much coming out. Like now.
Yeah, well,
I'm really looking forward to.
I'm looking at the upcoming game schedule. I'm kind of like, oh, thank God, there's time to catch up. Because I've been, for a while, it was like so much, and now it's like, now you got time. Catch up.
I'm looking forward to playing more Persona 5 Royal.
Yep.
Sticking my teeth really deep into there.
I'm looking forward to finishing Soccer Wars. I'm actually really close to finishing it. I'm looking forward to then playing Metabots. I'm looking forward to, once I do that, I'll move my PS4 over and play some Persona Royale myself and just catch up on some nice, happy, good times. Probably play a bit more Power Rangers, because the new character came out for that too. I didn't say, but he's really fun. That game's really polished now. Like, man, that game was started off as Kusoge jank, and now it's like real fun, so.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. If you're not here for spoilers, goodbye. And if you're going to stay for spoilers, we're going to start the spoilers.
It's worth it for Jojolion. If you're caught up and you
Yeah.
want us to hear talk about it, it's going to be worth it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hit me with those Last of Us hot takes.
So last time, talked about like how you switched an Abby, right?
Yeah.
That lasted 12 hours.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that, no.
Oh, sweet summer child.
And
But didn't you love it when you did it with Raiden?
what?
Didn't you love it when you switched to Raiden?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like the best part of the game.
Right?
Yeah, it chopped Abby's head right off.
No, what I'm talking about is in Metal Gear Solid 2, how you thought you were going to be Snake, but you were, actually Raiden.
Well, you were Ellie for 12 hours and you were Abby for the other half.
Yeah, you were Snake for 3 hours in the tanker, and then you were Raiden for 25 in the...
So the thing is, I enjoyed Abby's side more. But
For gameplay?
for story, like, okay, so the first major bad thing I have about this game is that most of Abby's playtime, she has no idea Ellie's coming for her. Mm-hmm. All of her story is just her doing her own thing. Nothing contributing to the main plot of this game at all.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, because they're in the middle of a war with the Seraphites, who are like this cult.
Huh.
This cult thing, which I'm like really interested in, because they keep talking about, oh, this like prophet who's like, oh, when she died, like the cultists started twisting her words, like, and it reminded me of the boss, and like her words got twisted.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh, tell me more about that. But then it just went, they moved on from that, and then there's this whole thing with you probably, like, have you heard of Lev and like the two, like the siblings that
No.
Abby saves?
No.
Yeah, so like they're about to get killed, like their like stomachs ripped open and all that, like Seraphite stuff. And then one of the siblings saves Abby, and the Abby saves them, and then she starts she gets rid of them, and she goes back to see if they're okay. And then she realizes, like, oh, this is like what I actually like want to live for, because when she killed Joel, she thought, oh, this would like satisfy everything, like, the whole get revenge and then you'll feel better, but you actually don't. But then Abby realized, oh, like, killing Joel didn't actually, like, satisfy anything, but, like, taking care of these siblings do. So, like, she contributes her life to that, and then she moves on. Whereas Ellie, she's just hunting her for the whole game, right?
Yeah.
But there's this thing where, see, I hate when games waste my time. And this game tells you to get medicine for one of the siblings who has got her arm, like, hammered.
Yeah.
Like, she needs to get rid of that arm or she's going to die from some sort of, like, medical condition.
Blood loss, probably.
Not blood loss. Like, it was, like, crushed by a hammer multiple times.
Wouldn't that also
like,
be blood loss because you're going to be bleeding out of it?
No, it was, like, the entire arm was red. There's a medical term for it.
Okay. Or that'd be internal bleeding then.
Well, basically.
Yeah.
So you go get medicine.
Yep.
Which you have to go through a high rise, and you have to go into...
Oh my god, is it going to be a whole fetch quest and then you come back and it's all for naught?
So you go through the thing, and you have to go to Ground Zero, which in Seattle.
Yeah.
Which is like... There's like a reason we didn't go into here, because like it's Ground Zero. Like there might be really bad stuff in there. You go in there as Abby, you fight the Rat King.
The Rat King?
Search up the Rat King Last of Us. This is like So the whole lore is like they shoved a bunch of people into a room, and then they all got infected, and then they turned into that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's like a Resident Evil type thing. And
Well,
the thing...
do you know what it's a reference to?
No, I know it's a reference to something, but I'm not sure.
So the idea of a Rat King is a it's a cryptid. It's a creature that people thought was a single creature, but what it is basically occasionally out in the world, you'll get rats who form what is called a rat king, which is basically all their tails get tangled up to a point where they cannot get out. They become one entity because their tails are so knotted together, and pulling tightens it. So, like, literally, they're rats tied together. And so people will see that and say, like, it's a rat king. It's like a bundle of rats that live together now because they're stuck together. So it's a similar thing where it's like they you know, fuse together
through the infection. And the thing on the bottom right there, with the arm, that like, so you fight it and then it snaps off. So you're like fighting the giant thing plus the the little infected, which was like the one of the coolest parts of the game.
That's cool.
Because like, it's building up to it as you're going down deeper and deeper. You see these like suggestions towards it, and it's
nice.
like,
That's cool.
Yeah. But then you go back. She gets saved and everything. Some other characters die. Abby's like, oh, I hate Ellie now, and then she goes to hunt her down.
Yeah.
And she almost kills Ellie, and it's a cool thing because you fight Ellie. She's the boss.
Yep.
But then the choking meme happens. But then she saves herself. Ellie saves herself and all that, and like she almost kills Dina, Ellie's girlfriend, and then she's like, the whole thing with Abby's about to kill Dina, and then I was like, don't kill her, she's pregnant, but Ellie killed her pregnant friend.
Yep.
So she's like, good, but out of context, it's just like, don't kill her, she's pregnant, good. And then she has a knife to her throat. But then like Abby's like, never let me see you again, type thing.
Yeah.
And then like it skips a considerable amount of time where they're like, Abby and Dina are like living together, and then Ellie has PTSD from Joel's death and all that, and she's like, I can't live with this, so she leaves Dina and everything. Then it goes all the way to Santa Barbara. A few months later, you plays Abby again for a little bit because she's trying to find the fireflies again.
Yep.
And like they find them, they're like, oh, we're going to meet up and everything, and then they come out of the garage, and then the meme of the punching dude happens.
Who is that dude?
It's just it's another group called the Rattlers, which are just really screwed up people. Like they like chain
it
up
looks
clickers.
just like a random boomer, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, great.
And he's like, and right before Ellie kills him, he's like, oh, Abby has the arms like mine. It's like, you know the girl, yeah. But yeah, then Abby gets caught, and then you switch back to Ellie months later, tracking down Abby. And then they hustle and tussle. She finds Abby eventually. She's like destroyed, like hair's all cut off, like weak. Mm-hmm. She's literally crucified, like on a beach with a bunch of other people. Like that's how screwed up these people are. And then you have the final battle with her in the water beside some two boats. Abby bites Ellie's fingers off.
Okay.
And yeah, right before like Ellie has her in the water, Abby's going to die, and then it flashes back to like a single scene of Joel sitting in a chair with a guitar, and then it flashes back, and Ellie lets her go, and then Abby runs off, and Ellie's like, oh, whatever. She just sits in the water for a bit, and then the final scene of the game, they go back to the house. The house is empty because Dina left. And then Ellie goes upstairs to play the guitar, but she can't because her fingers are missing.
Fingies.
And then she puts the guitar down and then walks away. Which basically, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
It's like the message I got, because I like to get, like, with these really narrative
focused
games.
It starts with, the message is probably the first thing they think of, and then build a narrative around that.
Yeah.
So what is the message?
The message I got is that if you cling on to hate too much, you're going to lose everything. Mm-hmm. And that's such a surface level message.
It's so surface level.
Like, I hate it.
It's like as surface level as violence is bad. Be nice to each other.
So the flashback, which I was mentioning with Joel, it's like, I was like, oh, like the whole thing with like the hospital and what happened there, and then Joel's like, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I'd do it all over again. And I was like, I don't know if I can forgive you for that, but I want to. Yeah. And then that's the end. Which still doesn't feel anything concrete. I don't know what message you're trying to send with that scene. But that's the thing that like made you decide not to want to kill Abby anymore after literally like years of hunting her down. It was bad.
Yeah, when I saw those early leaks, I'm like, oh, this ending
What part
not
of it?
good.
What part of it made you?
Just the fact that there's no real closure.
No.
The fact that it's like Abby just gets away.
And
Ellie loses her fingers. Who was the one that started the cycle? It was kind of Abby.
Yeah.
Right? She started it and she gets away scot-free.
But Joel doesn't get away, obviously.
Right? But it's like,
I know Abby didn't get away scot-free. She, like she doesn't get her comeuppance directly from Ellie, but she literally gets crucified, like, all the shit she goes through.
But here's
all
the
her
thing.
friends die.
She can regrow her hair, become more nourished. You can't grow back fingers.
Yeah. And, like, they didn't show it, but her relationship with Dina is probably done.
Gone, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, like, in the end, it's like Ellie gets screwed over.
Just because she hated someone so much.
Right? And
That's
so
just
it's like,
okay.
So it's like, is the message is don't hate people. Okay?
That's... Yeah.
Sure.
And it's like... I know it's, like, not a direct cause of it, but, like, this game shouldn't have come out now.
It's a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it wasn't their fault.
No.
Right? But, like, the cards were stacked against them already at the first, but it's like, that's stories, man.
Yeah.
And someone said, like, the story feels like it was written by one person.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah, it was.
So, like...
Yep.
I just wish they did something different with the characters in the end. But...
I've seen so many people who were like, I love the first and I can't stand the second.
I think
I've seen a lot of people who are like, I'll just pretend it doesn't exist.
The first is still a masterpiece. I don't think it got tarnished enough. But, yeah, the second one's like, I don't want to play this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about something awesome now.
Oh, my God.
Yo, Jojolion. 98.99.
So, let's just summarize 98 for you.
Okay.
What happened? Because you read it more recently than I
did. Well, it has, number one, Josuke has the permanent rock eye things, which is kind of cool. But he decides, all right, we can't have the doctor, we can't pursue the doctor. We'll make him pursue us. Mm-hmm. And so he sends a letter via courier to the head doctor, and the doctor's like, yo, how'd you get this stuff? And so he starts to go towards Josuke,
but
right?
The thing that... So I watch X-Forts and his reviews.
Yeah.
And he's like... He thinks, like, the head doctor's ability can, like, manipulate, like, fate. Like, he got that mailman to, like, pursue him.
Yes.
By, like, changing his, like, perception of it.
Yeah, well, because he's the head doctor is really interesting in terms of the idea of catastrophe and calamity, right? He has this power to do, because it's such a general term,
and he has so many abilities.
So many. He can walk through walls.
Yeah,
he can
be in multiple places.
He can look like a stand or like a human.
Yeah,
right. So yeah, it's still a bit confusing as to how it all works. But basically, the method that Josuke got was, I'm going to make him come to me, which he kind of ends up doing. And then the doctor literally looks through the wall, and Josuke's like, well, shit, I didn't think about that.
Because the head doctor's like, there's something up in this room.
Yeah, the head doctor's like, what's going on in this thread?
What's up, guys?
Yeah. And then Josuke and Rai are there, and they're just like, oh, shoot. I thought you'd come through that door. Okay.
Well, because they didn't know he could go through walls.
No.
Yeah.
Right? And so, right now, they're just kind of at a standstill, really. They're just kind of...
At the end of 98.
At the end of 98.
Wasn't it? No, they fight... He sent out da-da-doo-dee-da-da-doo-doo, the police song.
Do-do-do-dee-da-da-da.
When he said that, when the doctor said that, like, I sent do-do-dee-da-da-da out, I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny.
It's a police song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hate that JoJo has a character named do-do-do-dee-da-da-da that we're supposed to fear.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, 99.
It's
see some of it.
Well, but it's popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
It's popsicle sticks.
It's a rock insect. Yeah.
It's popsicle sticks. It's a bunch of popsicle sticks that fill you with asbestos?
Yeah.
Okay. So, now...
It's like a catapult.
All right, but part 99 starts. And it starts off with a biology lesson on the rock people. And it shows two people that make you go, hold up.
Hermes.
Hermes.
And Enyaba.
And Enya.
But is that just saying, like, these are examples of normal women?
No, I took it as that's example of rock people.
Because it said, like rock females, and literally right next to it was Hermes.
Yeah, and that would make sense about her, like, the way she looks. Because the rock people in general have a weird look about them. And that would honestly, you could go back through now.
What does that mean?
But you could go back through and look at all the JoJo characters and be like, you look physically weird. You're probably a rock person.
The alien from part 4. You know that was a rock human?
Could be.
Okay, but we're going to have ourselves.
Right?
We got to do the wasp shit first.
Okay, so, alright, then they're like, well, this is how rock babies are born.
They're literally the size of an insect.
They're the size of an insect. They are dropped off in the woods by the mother, and then the mother says, peace out, bye. The baby hops onto a wasp that's floating nearby and suckles at the teat of the wasp. But did you know wasps don't have teats?
But as it's traveling,
yes,
the wind like hardens the skin, so they like
fuse.
Not fuse, but like they gain their abilities. More.
Yeah,
they learn how to use it, and then 17 years pass. And then they all of a sudden grow.
Yeah, 17 years.
Kill all the wasps.
Then they kill the wasps, and they're a fully grown human, naked in the woods.
And then we get confirmation that Toru is indeed a rock human.
We also get confirmation that is his hair and not a hat.
Yeah. I thought it was a hat.
I thought it was a hat.
Yeah.
So, then we get a really interesting panel showing the Aztec mask.
From part 1.
Part 1.
The stand arrow. And... like the devil's palm. Okay,
yeah.
The thing with before we dive into there yet.
Yeah.
But like the stuff with Lucy from part 7.
Yep.
She was a part of the Speedbacon Foundation that had stuff with Johnny's death, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Most of that we knew already, or at least was hinted at. Like the idea of the wall eyes being the devil's palm brought to Morio.
Yeah.
Was like people figured that out like day one pretty much.
But is the devil's palm and the walleyes of rock human form like a creation? Because they in the lore it said like they made these locations to get more powerful.
Definitely. Well, because it talks about this idea of like the rock people. Oh God, if people aren't caught up on JoJo, they're gonna be so freaking confused. But the rock people have an affinity for things that are of or like Earth.
Yes.
Which, if you look back, there's a lot of that in JoJo.
Okay, so let's dive in. Okay,
Stone Mask is stone.
Not much in part 2. Like it was connected to the Stone Mask
but
stuff.
What if it's a rock insect? Think about the claws that come out.
I didn't think about that.
Dude, what if the stone masks are a type of rock insect?
That's crazy.
Right?
And just how everything's connected to the Earth.
Yeah. And
like
then
even with like part 6, Stone Ocean.
Stone Ocean. But the arrows come from meteorites, which is a type of rock, right? And those create the stands.
Yeah.
The Pillarmen.
Yeah,
they're in rock.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like... Is this just like connecting everything together?
I think it is.
In like not in a narrative sense, but like a thematic sense.
I think it is.
That's fucking crazy.
I think that this is the long game of
JoJo.
We're connecting everything to the one source, right?
Like, so do you think part 9 is going to be like?
I'm gonna be real, dude. I don't even know if there'll be a part 9.
And this is it.
I feel like this is.
I don't think Wonder Review, who is powerful enough to be like the final.
Oh no! I don't I don't think this is gonna. I think there's gonna be like the final battle is still a little bit away, but I think that this might be the last arc. I feel like it's wrapping things up.
Like the whole series, or just
I think
the part?
so. No, I think no. What I mean is, this part 8 is going to be the final part. I do feel so. I just feel like it's the way that it's in this chapter. It's connecting everything.
Like the stone mask and the arrow was just symbols of like how people got their power in that universe.
For the most part, the universes are pretty similar. I feel like a lot of the stuff, like, unless otherwise stated, it's assumed most of the events are the same, like for history and stuff. So like the Aztecs with the mask, that'd be the same.
Well, no, I mean like how people get their powers, like how the stone mask granted the vampire ability, or like how the stand arrows granted stands. In this universe, it's about the devil's palm and the walleyes granting the stand power. Like I'm saying, like he's just like comparing it for us to better understand it.
I think we'd have to see going on, right? We'd have to look deeper, because I took it as, dude, it was dirt all along. Everything was everything was the rock people. Everything was related to the earth.
So like, but like these alternate universes, like who are the rock people? Who?
There's nothing saying that the rock people aren't in parts 1 through 6. They're not the focus, but they're there.
That's so crazy, man.
That's why I was freaking out, because I'm like, if Hermes and Enya were rock people.
And that it would explain how she's so old.
It explains how she's old. It would explain why Hermes looks the way she does, which is a bit off, right? And it would just be like, it would explain a lot about, heck, it would explain why some of Dio's sons look so messed up. If Dio laid with a rock woman. Wait, they said that couldn't happen, right?
No, males can
go with rock women, right?
Yeah.
If one of them was, maybe that's why they look so messed up, you know? I feel like it would explain a lot about JoJo. To just
That'd be
like,
crazy if Rocky had this in mind.
To just be like, all this time there was a whole other separate species on Earth. And
the whole thing
actually,
with the
here's the interesting thing. There are, in Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe, non-stand-like entities that are just explained by it's a rock insect too. There's a literal insect in one of them that's like a mechanical insect. It's explained now.
That's weird.
So,
I'd have thought. I forgot it though. Shit. But yeah, like, okay, passing that stuff and the actual like what's going on now. The whole flashback with Rai there, and how the head doctor was a contributing factor to his father's death, and then you see the flames of the flames in his eyes, in Rai's eyes, when he realizes.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, those were there, and then we learned like the stand name was Wonder of You.
Yep.
Which is really cool. It's Wonder of You. Is that a translation thing, or is that like what it's actually called?
What do you mean a translation thing?
Like, so the song is called The Wonder of You.
Yeah.
But the stand is called Wonder of You with just a U.
Oh. I don't
And it's an Elvis
know.
song too. And there's a whole lot of connections with Elvis in part 8.
Yeah, I mean, Toru was listening to his iPod to the actual Elvis singing the song, so it's like...
So I wonder if he just named it after that song.
Either that, or... I don't know. I don't know.
It again, like the part with the finale thing, this like literally references to music and their stands.
That's the thing. The fact that he has...
Imagine like if Toru can like switch stands.
That's what I'm actually kind of thinking.
Look, what's Crazy Train? Crazy Train wasn't there for no reason.
If his iPod had the ability to just like...
And that would bring everything around.
Switch songs, which
lets
that's
the whole thing about stands.
Right? Like, it's I feel like we're going into some interesting stuff
But
with that.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, because it's like, Araki doesn't like these fan service stuff. He doesn't like doing it.
He doesn't, but if he's ending it, which I do feel like, because remember, dude's getting older.
Yeah.
He's got to end JoJo. Trust me.
But I want 3 trilogies, man.
But trust me when I say you don't want to be someone who has an unfinished manga.
Oh, that's fair.
Right? Like, Hunter x Hunter hurts me. It's still technically ongoing, but by God, do I wish it ended.
I guess, but like what's the part 7 rock human stuff is like the devil's palm.
Yeah.
That literally moves on its own.
But there's so much about it, like that the rock human concept explains so much about some characters. Like characters who have weird connections to the land or weird sort of physical traits.
Wait, how the alien woke up in the field.
Yep, that's another one. I mean, it could even deal with explaining away why some people are so seemingly unkillable in JoJo. They're rock humans. They're more durable.
Mista was a rock human?
Well, not Mista.
Who got hit in the head that...
I forget who it was, but there's characters that get shot in the head in JoJo and survive. And there's characters that get shot in the head and don't. So it's like, that could explain stuff. Is Abdul a rock human?
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
How he came back to life.
Could that be how he survived the gunshot?
But like, in this universe, like in the base universe, like
I still think that they're in
these
the
people-
base universe.
really?
I think the rock people are in the base universe. I think that's what the scene of the mask said. It's saying like,
Wait, no.
I think the rock people
Part
are.
7 is not in the same universe.
I know.
Part 8 isn't either.
Wait, what?
Part 8 isn't?
Part 8's in the universe of Part 7.
Yeah, but Part 7 and 8 are in a different universe from parts 1 to 6.
They are. And I think that the rock humans are also in parts 1 to 6.
Oh, okay. I thought you said parts 7 and 8 were in the same universe. I'm like,
No.
there's no way.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
No.
But like, how? Like, that's just so like I couldn't.
It's a big twist. It's a big twist.
But it's not confirmed yet.
It's not confirmed. Well, it's confirmed for at least parts 7 and 8.
Yeah.
At least so far that we know about this stuff, right? So it's very interesting, you know? I mean, because the fact that Hermes is shown, period, that's a character that doesn't exist in this universe yet.
What do you mean shown?
In the like Hermes is shown in.
But again, that could be just like a reference to like because they had that whole panel was a bunch of different people, and you could just throw in some JoJo characters.
The fact
to show how you can't tell the difference between a human and a rock human, you know?
But then why would they pick 2 JoJo characters and then a bunch of random NPCs that are faceless?
Well, some of them like there's one from Part 8, like just a random.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I took
think
it
Jesus
as,
was in there too.
Yeah,
People
Jesus.
saying
Yeah,
Jesus-
Jesus was a rock human. Yeah, that was something that people were discussing too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Jesus Christ was a rock human. Dude, it explains the resurrection.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
What?
Do you know where they buried Jesus? In a tomb in the earth where they rolled a stone in front of it. Oh, my computer just turned off. No, it didn't. It just turned the monitor off. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
So we don't know we don't know a ton yet.
No.
But we just needed to talk about that this may be tying everything together.
Like Jojolion 100, what's that going to be?
Right?
That's a huge.
That's going to be.
So what's happened in other 100s in JoJo?
Not a lot.
Okay, so it isn't like a huge thing.
But most of them came out a lot quicker.
Okay.
Right? Jojolion, it took to get to 99 took 3 times as long as it took the other ones because it's going on a different schedule, right? It's now monthly. So because of that, it's basically like 300 really. Or 400 almost.
Where 99 ended, it was... How did it end again? Because they were fighting
They were fighting and the asbestos was in
I like to
the
call
fingers.
You know what a good thing to call the insect?
What?
Just call it D8.
Sure, D8.
Yeah.
But no, it's like they were just fighting, and the asbestos was being shot out of the fingers.
Yeah, and Josuke actually had to move off the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that'll probably start the calamity because he's technically moving towards him, right? So
Yeah.
we'll have to
it's
see.
based all on karma, so I wonder... Because Josuke's killed people, right?
Yeah.
So things are going to
We'll
go bad.
have to see. And then meanwhile, hell's going down at the house too.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I think my favorite panel in this chapter was all the rock humans, and then Toru was at the top.
Yeah.
Really looking really menacing. So do you think like that's confirmation he's like the big bad, or
If he's in control of the head doctor, I think so.
But what's like the wild card still is the mother.
That's true.
And the whole thing
That's
with
true.
motherhood with rock humans.
That is, yeah, you're right. Do you notice what her
People-
nose looks like too?
Not her.
But do you notice what her nose looks like?
No.
A rock,
Oh shit.
right?
And Kato's hair looks like beehives.
Yeah. Whoa.
Another thing. Oh, what was the other thing that like blew my mind? The rock disease. What if that's just like a
Oh my god.
combination?
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why they keep dying.
Yeah. Jeez.
A rock you never
I
forgot.
never forgot.
That's so like.
Okay, so we'll have to be back next time to talk when the next chapter. Well, we won't come out next time for us. It'll be the time after because it's monthly, right? And we do this every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll When the next chapter comes, we'll definitely be talking about it, because now that I'm caught up, and now it's like the big stuff's happening.
I was talking to Fuad about this. I didn't spoil anything.
Oh, yeah?
He's reading it now.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get to this point.
Oh, yeah.
This is like...
This is a big point. Where you won't be able to avoid it if you're not a JoJo fan.
Yeah.
Or if you are a JoJo fan and you're not
like
catching up.
If stuff gets revealed next chapter.
Yeah, if next chapter it's revealed that, like, Dario Brando was a rock human this whole time. Like, okay. Or the ring that... that was given to Dario Brando was like a rock insect this whole time. It's like, frick.
What's the red stone of Aja all about then?
Frick, what if it's a stone insect too? Frick! And a stone!
Stone. How did no one piece this together?
How did no one piece this together? How do we never put it all together?
Someone mentioned, I have a thing. A YouTube comment I saw, like, saying something about Part 7. Oh, no, how Part 7 was, like, a fallback of...
Oh, yeah, I saw that one there. You posted that. It's like a fallback for...
the series.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, that's how rock humans
exist. My... Yeah, because it's like, because the rock humans are a backup in case humans fail, just like how Part 7 was a backup in case, the
Part 6
didn't really hit off, which it did in Japan, so... Wow. Anyways, that probably meant nothing if you don't know anything about JoJo. You are probably very confused. But we're just screaming about rocks.
Like, read Jojolion now.
If you haven't, do it. And if you have, read up with us.
Like, these past few chapters have, like, bumped it up to, like, one of my favorite parts.
They're really good. And it really settles down on the genre being, like, almost... You know what it reminds me of? A... horror play, because it's like with a small cast of characters in like at usually 1 or 2 locations. Like that house is freaking cursed. The people and the characters and the house is a character of itself,
Yeah, at the beginning when I first started reading Jojolion, I thought it was like a murder mystery about like the family and like, but it just turned out to be these rock humans and like, it's super like cool.
Wild. It's wild stuff.
Man. So anything else?
Not much else to say, because that's just I gotta wait for confirmation, because like right now we're just speculating on a lot of stuff. So.
Man. Yeah. I'm just thinking of like how they can like, how can they do that lore stuff in the anime? Because if this is all tying together.
What do you mean? How can they do it in the anime?
Well, because like in the manga, it's just like it flashes back, like it's the author's speaking directly to the reader.
Well, the narrator does that all the time in JoJo.
I guess he does.
Right? The narrator will be like, "Did you know in Cairo they drink iced tea?"
Can you imagine like they're going through it and then the stone mask appears in the.
People will mark out. Okay, well.
That'll be in like 20 years. But
yeah. No, I don't think 20 years.
A while.
It's been every couple of years we've got a new one, so.
Went for Part 6.
Yep, and I mean, then it's only 2 more parts.
Like, dude, like when Part 6 airs, I'm going to be like looking for rock human stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, now you can go back and watch all of it and just be like, oh, shoot, there's a rock human. That one Nazi from Part 2. It's right there.
No, Stroheim was a robot.
Yeah, well, but his parts are metal, and metal is made out of rock.
Okay.
Oh,
no, it's not
that's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I smell supper. It's nearly done, so we will be heading out for that.
Smell supper?
Of course I
can. You can tell it's nearly done?
Yeah, I can tell. My sniffer is powerful.
That's what
people call me the sniffer wet jet.
Oh, that meme you made.
Which one?
It's the into feet thing. It was all unironic.
Yeah, it was always all unironic. Always has been.
All right, so yeah, next time Crash Team Racing and
Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. We will see you then for that, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.